Good afternoon everyone, welcome to Maths EAPCET Crash Course. So today we will be discussing the topic of what 3D geometry. Okay, if you ask me from 3D geometry, how many questions are the weightage from this topic? If you ask me, it is 4 questions for Telangana students. You will get 4 questions from 3D or 4 marks. And on average, you will get 4 marks from this topic. Okay, in 3D geometry, what is that? We will be discussing about lines, planes, all these things. Okay, when it comes to JE, there is no planes, but here we have planes also. Okay, and if they are asking question from the lines, it will be what is it? 3D connected to lines. It is little what complicated, but when they ask planes, it's an easy topic. Okay, but thankfully they are asking mainly from planes itself. Okay, so it is doable. It's a doable topic, and in this topic, if you see, okay, what are the important subtopics or the concepts which you have to study. One is the shortest distance. Okay, shortest distance for skew lines. Skew lines or skewed lines. Okay, what is skewed lines? I'll discuss. Then foot image and distance. These are the subtopics which are must do topics. Okay, next. Okay, see here, 3D coordinate system. When you talk about 3D coordinate system, suppose there is a point. Suppose there is a point in air or point in space. You can consider this room itself. You can consider this room itself as the point, okay, or the coordinate axis. See, this camera is lying in air, space, correct now? It is at certain height, certain distance from this wall and certain distance from this wall. Okay, if you consider this as coordinate axis, that is origin, okay, this is y axis, okay, this is x axis and this is z axis. If you consider this point is at certain distance from this one, that one and also top. Correct na? This point, what is that? This camera, if you take it as a point object. Okay, we are going to study about this point object in what? Under 3 coordinate system, not 2D. Till now straight lines and 2D, what we studied? 2 coordinates, x and y. Here we will be studying about 3 coordinate system. What will happen? Certain things are very much similar to what we studied in 2D. Okay, that's why we did 2D earlier than 3D. Okay, now if you take a point P, okay, in space, let this camera be itself what? Point P. Okay, its coordinates, let it be x, y, z. Its coordinate, let it be x, y, z. Okay, this is origin. Its coordinate will be, let it be x, y, z. If we talk about this, now see here, let this be x axis. Let this be y. Let this be z. Like this. Height, let it be z. Okay, if this is the coordinate axis, if we talk about. Now, if you take a point on this one, this will become what? The coordinates of this will be what? X comma 0 comma 0. What about this one? This one, see here, this will become what? What is this? 0 comma y comma 0. Correct na? 0 comma y comma 0. Then what about this one? If there is a point here, 0 comma 0 comma z. Correct na? 0 comma 0 comma z. This is what we are having. Now, if you talk about this plane is what? This one, this plane is what? This floor, floor if you talk about, this is which plane? XY plane if you talk about. So, if you talk about this is XY plane. So, this is XY plane. In this XY plane, what is missing? Z is missing. Then if they ask equation of XY plane, it is what? Z is equal to 0. Equation of XY plane is what? Z is equal to 0. This plane is what? YZ plane. This is YZ plane. Here x is equal to 0. This is what? XZ plane. Y is equal to 0. Y is equal to 0 or mod y, whatever it is. Mod y you can take it because they can be mod x, mod y is equal to 0. Okay, is equal to 0. Now see here, this point. Okay, this point if we take up, if we talk about this distance, this distance is given by what? If you apply distance formula, here distance formula earlier there it was what? For 2 coordinates, here it is for what? 3 coordinates. What you will apply? This will become what? X minus x or x1 minus x2 whole square plus y1 minus y2 whole square plus z1 minus z2 whole square. Z1 minus z2 whole square. This is for 3 coordinate system. Now, if you apply this distance formula here, what will the distance of this point from P to here? Square root of y square plus z square. This will be what? Square root of y square plus z square. Okay. Similarly, if I look for this point from here to here distance, if I talk about here to here distance will be what? Square root of x square plus y square. Similarly for this point, if you talk about this will become what? Square root of x square plus z square, because y and y will get cancelled, that is y minus y will become 0. Okay, so this is what? Square root of x square plus z square. Now this is what we got from this point to this point, point on x axis, point on y axis, point on z axis, you got the distance. Now if there is a point on the plane, if there is a point on the plane, suppose this is the point on the plane and this is one more point on the plane and this is one more point on the plane. So if I ask the distance here, from here to here, if I ask the distance, that is, it is coming for what? XY plane, correct? It is coming for XY plane. So what is this distance? If I ask, what is the distance? See, from this point, okay, from here to here, if I ask the distance, what is it? Suppose, assuming, let me tell again, this is x axis, this is y axis and this is z axis. Okay, I am asking from here to here distance is what? Means that is nothing but what? It is parallel to what? Y axis. So whatever the distance you have for y, that will be the distance. So from here to here, what is this? You have to assume, see, this will become what? Like this, it will come out like this. This distance will be what? This distance will be x, not root, just x, mod x. What about this distance? Not mod x, this should be mod z. This will be what? If you take it like this, is x axis, correct na? X axis means this will be what? Mod x. If you take it like this, inside it will go, inside, that is what? Mod y. Okay, the distance is what? Mod y. Okay, understood? Distance from this, distance on xy plane is what? Mod z. That z, if you write it, that itself is a distance. Okay, the distance you will get it. Okay, see, from here to here it is what? Y. Okay, then from here to here it is what? X. From here to here it is what? Z. Or from here to here it is what? Z. Okay, this is what, if I talk about, this is what? This, from here to here, this is what? XY plane, but it is height. So this is what? Z. From here to here, this is what? This is what? Y Z plane. This is what? Or you will write it as XZ plane. This is XZ plane. You will write it as what? You will write it as Y. This is what? X, like that. Understood? Understood everyone? Once you do the question, you will understand. Don't worry much. So these are the basics you should know when it comes to coordinate axis. These are the basics you should know when it comes to coordinate axis. You have to focus on M.P.C class. Okay, I am telling you. So this is the thing you must know when it comes to the basics. Next, make a note of it if you want. Make a note of it if you want. Is important. Now there is section formula here also. Okay, section formula same as the what you studied in 2D, but here one more thing will come, extra coordinate, that is what? Z coordinate. So see here, mx2 plus nx1 by m plus 1, my2 plus ny1 plus m plus n divided by what? This is what? mz2 plus nz1 by m plus n. So this is when it comes to dividing internally. If it is externally, same thing. What will happen? Minus will come. What will happen? Minus will come. No need to by heart all this. What is this section formula? Here it will become what? One more coordinate will come, that's all. That is z coordinate. If you know for 2D, 3D it is the same. One more z coordinate will come. Okay. So midpoint formula is same thing. Midpoint formula, there it was only x and y. Here it is what? X, y, z. X, y, z. Okay. Collinear points. So collinear points. Before we go to collinear points, see here. So collinear points, see. While I was talking in 2D, A, B, C, if I talk about these 3 points, A, B, C is lying on a line, or it is lying, all the 3 points are lying on a line. They are called as what? Collinear points. Observe all of you carefully. They are called as what? Collinear points. If I say slope of AB, slope of BC, or slope of AC, what will be the slope of all of this? They are lying on the same line, means slope will be same. Okay, they will be lying at the same angle, slope will be same, correct na? Here we call it as what? Slope will be same, correct na? Here the slope of AB will be same as the slope of BC and same as the slope of AC, correct? Here what we call slope in 2D, that we call it as what? Direction ratios. That we call it as what? Direction ratios in what? Here in 3D. Okay, here we call it as what? Direction ratios, we call it as what? There we call it as slopes. Same thing we call it as what here? Direction ratios. Slope in 2D, here we call it as what? Direction ratios. Suppose a line, for that a point is given and a slope is known, definitely you can write the equation. Similarly, here in 3D a point is given on a line, and also if they give direction ratios, you can write the equation. You can write the equation. So see here, let this point be x1 y1, let this point be x2 y2, let this point be x3 y3. Okay, if you have like this, okay, now I can write it as what? X minus x1 by a, y minus y1 by, what is this? Y minus y1 by x1 x2 x3. This, okay, let us write it like this itself. So see here, if I ask the slope of AB, what you will do is x1 minus x2. Okay, x1 minus x2 will be equal to what? y1 minus y2, something like that. What you should do there? y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1. Same thing here. Okay, same thing here. What will happen? y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1. Otherwise, what I am doing? Reverse, x1 minus x2 by y1 minus y2. What about slope of this one? x2 minus x3 by y2 minus y3. And what about slope of this entire thing? x1 minus x3 by y1 minus y3. That is the same thing I have written here. But here you have to write with 3 coordinates. Here it is z2, here it is z3. Okay, because it is 3D. We are talking about 3D. Understood everyone how to do this? So if they are given like this, okay, we have to write what? Direction ratios. Their slope is, here it is direction ratios. What we call slope there, here it is direction ratios. Now same procedure. There what we used to do? If they are collinear, what we used to say? Determinant is equal to 0. Same thing here also. If they are collinear, first thing is what? Determinant is equal to 0, but not the other way around. If their determinant is equal to 0, we cannot say that it is collinear. If they are collinear, determinant is equal to 0. Next thing is what? This condition is important. If they are collinear, you have to use this condition. You have to make a note of this condition. Okay, make a note of that condition. Written. So I told what? The slope in 2D, we call that as what? Direction ratios. Okay, before drawing the equation of the line or writing the equation of the line, I will tell you what is direction ratios. So first here what we will do, we will write it as what? First, if you write the equation of this line, what we will write? So the slope, what we will write it? x1 minus x2 divided by, we will write it as what? x2 minus x3. This will be equal to what? y1 minus y2 divided by what is it? y2 minus y3 will be equal to z1 minus z2 divided by z2 minus z3. They are all equal to some constant. You can take it is equal to lambda. Okay, but before that we will do what is direction ratios. Why you have to know direction ratios? Because what we call slope there, here it is direction ratios. The direction ratio itself is the slope here in 3D. So direction quotients and direction ratios. Suppose a line is given and if there are 2 points, okay, here A, this is x1 y1 z1, and another point B, x2 y2 z2. Okay, x2 y2 z2, this is what is given. Direction cosine means what? What is direction ratio? So first of all, if I write here direction ratios means the corresponding coordinates you will take the difference. That is what? x1 minus x2 comma, what is it? y1 minus y2 comma, what is it? z1 minus z2. This is what? Direction ratios. This is direction ratios. What is direction quotients? Direction cosines means it will become what? Same thing you will write, along with that you will write the modulus. That is what? Square root of all of this. Okay, you will write what? x1 minus x2 divided by square root of this comma, y1 minus y2 divided by square root of this. Where is the sound coming from? Whose phone? z1 minus z2 by square root of this. Okay, by square root of this. This is what we are having, direction cosines. Okay, next thing, If they give 2 points, okay, but sometimes, okay, they will give in the vector form also, then what is the direction ratio, what is the direction cosine, you have to know. Okay, so suppose they have given a point vector A, okay, it is parallel to vector B, that time how you will write it? R is equal to what you will write it? R is equal to vector A plus T times B, correct na? R is equal to vector A plus T times B, so if I write R's, let us take an example, I plus j plus k plus T into what is this? I write as minus 2i plus j plus 3k, okay, plus 3k. Okay, now what is the direction ratios here? What is the direction cosine here? Here direction ratios, if I ask, see direction ratios, if I ask, whatever is here, okay, I, j, k coefficients, that itself is what? Direction ratios. So direction ratios here, it will be what? If I write it here as ai plus bj plus ck, see direction ratios will be what? A comma b comma c, they themselves are direction ratios. So in this example, what is it? Minus 2 comma 1 comma 3. So whatever you write here, this is the direction ratios, not this one. Okay, this is direction ratios. If they ask direction cosine for this, now you will understand. Direction cosine, if they ask, I should write what? Minus 2 by magnitude of this, that is what? 2 square plus 1 square plus 3 square within square root. So that will become what? Square root of 2 square plus 1 square plus 3 square. This is what? 1 by square root of 2 square plus 1 square plus 3 square. This is what? 3 by square root of 2 square plus 1 square plus 3 square. This is what? Direction cosine. Understood the difference? What is direction cosine? What is direction ratio? From vectors, if they give in the form of vectors, these are what? This ABC, they are what? Direction ratios. A by square root of this, B by square root of this, C by square root of this, that is direction cosine. Clear? That is direction cosine. If they give 2 points like this, x1, y1, z1, x2, y2, z2, so how you will write direction ratios? The difference of the respective coordinates, and direction cosines will be what? Same thing divided by square root of this magnitude, okay, square root of this. Now suppose they give just 1 point here, a, x1, y1, z1. Can we find out the direction ratios here? Yes or no? Can we find out or not? Yes or no? See, we can find out. How? Here definitely a point is there, means a line is there, means it has a slope, that means what? Direction ratios will be there. So direction ratio here it will be nothing but x1 comma y1 comma z1, that itself will be direction ratios. If they give a single point line, a single point line, direction ratios will be that one, the coordinates itself, x1, y1, z1. Will they have direction cosines? Yes. X1 by square root of, direction cosine will be what? X1 by square root of x1 square plus y1 square plus z1 square. Similarly, y1 by square root of this, comma, not plus, this should be comma. This is what? Comma, z1 by square root of this. These are direction cosines. Okay. So please write down this vector form, very important. You should know what is this vector form, how the direction cosines are coming, how the direction cosines are what? They are making what? They are becoming the what? Slope when it comes to 3D. Okay. Direction, not direction cosine, direction ratios are what? Slopes in 3D. There what you should call it as M, here it is what? Direction ratios. That's the difference you have to know. Please keep that in mind. Please write down. Done? Understanding Akshay, Liharika, Srinidhi, Bhavani, Shravani, Sravanti. Shirisha, understood? Ritika, Sai Nishit, Vinay, you focusing? Okay. Can you go to next thing? So further, when you talk about direction, cosines and ratios, so direction ratios we usually represent it as A, B, C, okay, where okay we can write square root of A square plus B square plus C square is equal to what? You can write it as R square, or you can write it as just R. A square plus B square plus C square is equal to what? R. Square root of A square plus B square plus C square is equal to what? R square. So direction ratios are what? A, B, C. What about direction cosines then? Direction cosines we usually represent it as L, M, N. Okay, L, M, N, where L is what? L is what? A by R. Okay, M is what? B by R. And N is what? C by R. And also we have the relation, we have to use this L square plus M square plus N square is equal to what? 0 or 1? 1. Okay, please make a note of it. So this is what direction cosines. I can write this in bracket as what? A by R, comma B by R. This is C by R. R is what? Square root of A square plus B square plus C square. That is what we did already previously. So direction ratios are what? A, B, C. Okay, A, B, C. Clear? A, B, C. And also please understand, if I write R is equal to vector A plus T times vector B, in vector B the coefficients of, see please understand, in vector B the coefficients of I, J, K, they are called direction ratios, not vector A. Vector B, whatever the coefficients of I, J, K you get, they are direction ratios. Direction questions will be what? The coefficient divided by square root of A square plus B square plus C square. Okay, got it? Understood? So they are direction ratios. You have to need direction ratios because they are representing the slope in 3D. They are representing the slope in 3D. Understood, Siri? Got it? So clear? Write down this. We will go to next thing. We will go to equation of a line. See, 3D you have to connect with vectors. Vectors 3D, 2D are all related. They have given us separate chapters for you. Okay, everything is related, interrelated. So that's why we study vectors and coordinate geometry together. Okay. Done with this? Okay. Now coming to equation of a line. One is general form. General form is also called unsymmetrical form. General form is also called unsymmetrical form. Next is symmetrical form, then vector form of a line, then parametric form. These 4 forms of a line you have to know. Now when we talk about equation of a line, that is general form, if I talk about, the first form that we have is, that is general form is x minus x1 by a is equal to y minus y1 by b is equal to z minus z1 by c. Small c I am talking about. This you can equate to some constant lambda. Okay. Now suppose we are having, observe here all of you, okay, we are having vector a which is parallel to vector b, which is parallel to vector b. This I have told in what is vector chapter itself. Vector a parallel to vector b is given. That time I can write what? I can write r is equal to what? This equation I can write as what? Vector r, or just r is equal to vector a plus t times b. Vector a plus t times b. Correct now? Vector a plus t times b. So vector a I can write as what? Vector a I can write it as what? You can write anything. For vector a you take some example. You can take anything as vector a. Okay, let us take an example and show. See vector a, okay, so vector a you can take it as, vector a you can take it as, see, r is equal to xi plus yj plus zk, and vector b you can write it as, what is it? I can take it as ai plus bj plus ck. Okay, ck. This is what we are having. Okay. Now what we can do? You can compare the coefficients of I. You can take the coefficient of I. Okay, coefficient of I is what here? X plus a into what is it? X plus a, what is it? X plus ta, correct na? X plus ta we are having. This is what? Coefficient of what? I. This is coefficient of I. Okay. Now what is the coefficient of j? Y plus tb. What about this one? Z plus tct. Okay. Okay, this is what we are having. Now if you want this, this is what we are having here. x plus this is what we are having. Now if you equate it to this one, what you will get? If you equate to this one, what you will get? If you equate to this one, what you will get? Or here we will take it as x1, y1, z1. So this will become what? x1, y1, z1. Now if I equate here, so if I equate to this one, what I will get? Let me equate this to what? We should equate, this is what coefficient of I. I should equate this to what? I should equate this to what? X I should equate this to x. This if we equate to x, I will get what? x1 plus ta. So I will get what? X minus x1 by a is equal to what? T. This I should equate to what? Y. I should equate to y. This is what? This is y I have to equate to. So if I equate to y, what I will get? Y minus y1 by b is equal to t. If I equate that to z, what I will get? Z minus z1 by c is equal to t. So this is how. It is not from here it is coming this one. From here we are getting this one. Okay, from the vector form we are getting this. But directly we are writing it, but from the vectors this is evolving. How it is evolving, I have told you. So that is what you have to focus: x minus x1 by a, y minus y1 by b, z minus z1 by c. Okay, if they give, what is it? General form of a line in 3D. If they give, you have to write it this way. Understood everyone? You have to remember x minus x1 by a, y minus y1 by b, z minus z1 by c. This is the what? General form of a line when it comes to 3D. Okay, sometimes instead of ABC they will give LMN. That is also fine, no problem. LMN divided by L divided by M divided by N. Okay, awake no? So see, this is what they will give. So this LMN and what? They are what? Direction cosines. But what we took here? Direction ratios. That is also fine, no problem. Okay, that is also fine. Okay. Now general form, unsymmetrical form. So when it comes to equation of a line, general form, okay, unsymmetrical form of a line. So okay, this is what is given. Now see here, what happens is general form, unsymmetrical form. If they are talking about here, okay, here you have to visualize some things. So here they have given what? They have given the intersection of two planes is a line. The equations, these equations are what? Whenever you are getting D, A, B, C, D, that is what? It is representing a plane. Okay, it is representing plane. Till now what we studied in straight lines? Ax plus by plus c, that is a straight line. But here it is what? Ax plus by plus cz plus d, that is plane. So this is one plane. This is, I will write it as what? Pi 1 or phi 1. This is what? Pi 1. This is plane 1. This is pi 2. This is what? This is plane 2. Okay, now you have to visualize certain things. So see here, this plane and this plane. So this plane is there, no? This plane, it is like this. Okay, it is like this plane, and it is perpendicular to this. This is a line. This is plane. Okay, this is a line and this is plane. You have to visualize. Similarly, this is a line and this is what? Plane. Okay, now what happens if these two planes intersect? If these two planes intersect, what happens is this line and line will become what? Perpendicular to each other. This line and line will become what? Perpendicular to each other. Now see here, if I fold this plane like this, just focus on the plane. Okay, if I see here, if I fold this plane like this, what I am getting here? Am I getting a plane or a line? I am getting a line here. So what we are going to learn, what is this line? Okay, so see here, first thing is what? There is a line here. You have to focus on the class. This is what? There is a line here, perpendicular to this, there is a plane. There is a line here, perpendicular to this, there is a plane. Okay, what happens if you intersect this? Okay, what will happen? These two lines, what I am talking about, these two lines will become perpendicular, and also perpendicular to this. Perpendicular means there will be a line that is going like this. There will be a line that will go like this. Here there will be a line that will go like this. Focus here. Just a minute. So there will be a line that will go like this. What happens? This it will intersect means this is what? This is one line. My fingers are representing one line. After perpendicular, there is one line passing like this. Okay, there is one line passing like this below, and this is one line because of the intersection. This one line, this pen, which is one line passing like this, will be parallel to the line formed by what? By the intersection of the planes. This will parallel to the what? Line formed by the intersection of the planes. So two planes will intersect. two planes will intersect. Okay, because of this perpendicular lines, there is one more line that is formed here. This line is parallel to this line. Okay, this line is formed because of what? Intersection of the planes. Understood? So this plane is formed by what? Intersection of the planes. Okay, now let us represent this. So see here, we are having a point x, x1, y1, z1, and we are having direction ratios a, b, c. A, B, C. So see here. Now observe. This is what? Let this be n1. Let this be n2. If they are perpendicular, means we will get what? If they are perpendicular, means we will get what? We will get n cross n1 cross n2. We will get what? N1 cross n2. So this will be n1. This will be n1. That is what? A1x plus b1y plus c1z. Okay, this will be what? N2. That is what? A2x plus b2y plus c2z. Okay, what is happening? So they are perpendicular, means they will become what? Perpendicular lines means they will become cross product. No, I told you in the vectors, perpendicular means they will become cross product. So this will become what? N1 cross N2. N1 cross N2. For this direction cosines, direction ratios will be ABC. The point will be what? X, Y, Z. Now what will be the equation of the line? That will be x minus x1 by a, again y minus y1 by b, z minus z1 by c. Okay, z minus z1 by c. You will get the same equation of the line. Okay, you will get the same equation of the line. So whenever they give, what you have to do? N1 and N2, what you should take? You should find the cross product. Whenever they say two planes are intersection, okay, you have to find what? Cross product. Okay, two planes are intersection, what you will get? A line. To get that line, you have to find the cross product. Because by the cross product, you will get one line that is parallel to the line of intersection. Parallel to the line of intersection. So basically, you are finding this. You are finding this line. So what is the line we want? After intersection, this is the line we want. But directly we cannot find this line. So instead of that, we will find what line? This line. This line is what? It is parallel to this line, our required line. So we will find this parallel line. How to find this parallel line? N1 cross N2. N1 is what? Same thing, except D1, except D1. Because if you write, this will become what? Plane. We want line. So line is what? Wake up, Ritika. So this is what? Line. This is line. So N1 cross N2 you will find out. Okay. If you want intersection of the plane, what you will do? Tell me. Harsha, you tell me. Focus on by MPC class. Intersection of the planes, what you want? What you should do? Parallel line. Then what you have to do? N1. You have to do N1 cross N2. Okay. If they ask intersection of the plane, what you should do? N1 cross N2. This you keep this in your mind. Okay. Whenever they give the plane, take the same plane except D1 and D2 you take it. Find N1 cross N2. Okay. Clear? Got it, everyone? And you will get the same equation of the line. You will get the same. That is what? General form. That is a general form. You will get it. Clear? So the equation of a line which you get, the equation of a line which you get, okay, actually this will be what? This will be symmetrical form. Earlier what we wrote? That is general form. This equation, this is what? This equation, this is symmetrical. This symmetrical you will convert to general. What you have to do? N1 cross N2. That's all. What you have to do? N1 cross N2. Keep that in your mind. Okay, clear? So this is what is given. Conversion of non-symmetrical to symmetrical. Already I told you. Okay, already I told you. Next, vector form of a line. Vector form of a line. So vector form of a line also I have covered already. Vector form of a line also I have covered. Let us take an example for vector form of a line. So if they are given x minus 3 by 6, y minus or instead of that, for vector form of a line, let us take like this. If it is given r is equal to I plus j plus, what is it? If I take it t into minus 2i plus j. Okay, if it is given. Now if I ask you vector form of a line, this itself is a vector form of a line. That is r, I am writing it as what? A plus tb. Now I am asking you, what are the direction ratios? Minus 2 comma 1 comma 0. That's all. That's all is the vector form of a line. That's all is the vector form of a line. Now I'll ask you, just listen here. Okay. Now I will ask you, what is the direction ratios? What is the direction ratios? 1 to, just listen and see and tell me. All of you please observe. Gayatri, tell me, what are the direction ratios here? Huh? What are the direction ratios? Roshni, tell me, what are the direction ratios here? Vinay, tell me, what are the direction ratios? What are the direction ratios? Please tell me. See, you will think what 1, 2, 1, these are the direction ratios you will think, but understand here is it of the standard form, it is not in the standard form. See, this is what 3y I am having, it should be what y minus something, this should be what 1 minus z, this should be what z minus 1, correct na? So you have to convert to standard form. Standard form is what? You have to bring it to x minus x1 by a, y minus y1 by b, z minus z1 by c. So they can ask a question like this, they can ask the product of the direction ratios. They may not ask directly direction ratios. They can give an equation like this, find the product of the direction ratios, they will ask. So you will think what 1, 2, 1. Option will be there, 2 into 1 into 1, 2 will be, you will go for that answer, that will be wrong answer. So you have to bring it to standard form. I have to bring it to standard form, and this is what? This is in standard form only, x minus 3 by what? 1. So this y I should make it. Y I should make it means divide numerator and denominator by 3. Divide numerator and denominator by 3, that means it will become y minus 5 by 3 divided by what is this? 2 by 3. Okay, this will be 2 by 3. What about this one? This will become z minus 1 by minus 1. Z minus 1 by minus 1. Now tell me the direction ratios. Is it in standard form? Yes, it is in standard form. So this will be what? 1 comma 2 by 3 comma minus 1. This is direction ratio is what? 1 comma 2 by 3 comma minus 1. Okay, these are the direction ratios. These are the direction ratios. Okay, got it? Understood everyone? So like this you have to bring it to standard form, then you can find the direction ratios. This is not in the standard form. Got it? So please keep this in mind. Make this as a short point or a note. Bring the equation of line to standard form and then find the direction ratios. Check for whether it is in standard form or not. Okay, check whether it is in standard form or not. Then only you can find out. Done with this? Understanding 3D? So we started with what? What did we start with? What is 3D we said? So direction ratios, direction cosines are important I said, and I told how to write the normal form. Okay, in that what is the direction ratios, what is the direction cosines I told you. If the line is having 2 points, how to find the direction ratios. If the line is having single point, how to find the direction ratios. If there is vector form, how to find the direction ratios. From the direction ratios, how to get direction cosines. All these things we discussed. And we discussed about symmetrical form, unsymmetrical, non-symmetrical form also, and how to convert also I told you. That is what you should do, n1 cross n2, that is the point of intersection of the line. Two planes will form what? It will form a line. Directly we cannot find that line, the parallel line will be able to find out. The other two lines are perpendicular, to that what will be there? A parallel line. Okay, so parallel line, so that parallel line equation will be what? N1 cross n2. So two lines or two planes is given means you have to find what? N1 cross n2. Clear? Now going forward. Now parametric form. Parametric form, this itself is a parametric form, what I told you. So that is what? X is equal to x1 plus this one. Okay. What did you write? X is equal to x1 plus what I wrote told? TA. Y is equal to y1 plus TB. Z is equal to z1 plus TC. This itself is parametric form. Okay. Instead of L, we wrote this, L and R. Instead of R, we wrote T. That's all. In the vector form itself, we got what? Parametric form. This itself is parametric form. See, we did it here. See here. This itself is parametric form. This itself is parametric form. Clear? Sai Nishit, focus on the class. Understanding? Next one. Next, angle between the lines we studied there. Here also we have to study what? Angle between the lines. Okay. So there we studied what? Angle between the lines. Correct na? In 2D. In 2D we studied what? Angle between the lines. Okay. Now if they are given, if theta is the angle between the lines given by, they are given like this, these lines. They are given symmetric lines like this. If they ask you to find, if they ask you to find what? If they ask you to find the angle between these lines, that is between these lines, if they ask you to find angle, what you have to do is you have to take cos theta is equal to same formula what you should use there. There you what you should do, a dot b by mod a by mod b. Correct na? A dot b by mod a by mod b. Same thing you do here. This will become what? Cos theta is equal to what you will do? A1 a2 plus b1 b2. Here extra is c1 c2 divided by what is this? Here you should write what? Square root of what is it? What is this? A1 square plus b1 square plus c1 square into square root of a2 square plus b2 square plus c2 square. Okay, understood? This is the thing. This is the thing when it comes to this. Same thing. Cos theta is equal to a dot b by modulus of a modulus of b. Same thing you have to do here. This one a1 b1 c1 is here, a2 b2 c2 is here. This is the thing you will use it. Okay, bring it to standard form. First bring it to standard form. This a1 b1 c1 a2 b2 c2 you use it. Okay, first bring it to standard form. Then find the angle between the lines. Okay, if they give it like this, bring it to standard form. Okay, then find what? Angle between the lines. Now if they ask angle between the planes. Now if they ask angle between the planes. So for that also, see, if they ask two planes are there here. This is plane 1, this is plane 2. Okay, this is given by what? Pi 1, this is pi 2. So this equation is given by ax1 plus by1 plus cz1 plus d1. This is given by what is this? I take it as a1. a1x plus b1y, this should be b1y, c1z plus d1. This is what? a2x plus b2y plus c2z plus d2. If they give it like this, here also you should use what? Same formula. What is that? Cos theta is equal to, what is that you will use? Cos theta is equal to same thing, a dot b by mod of ab. A dot b by mod of ab. What you will use? Square root of what is this? a1 a2 b1 b2 plus c1 c2. d1 d2 won't come. d1 d2 won't come here. Okay, by square root of what is it? a1 square plus b1 square plus c2 square. Square root of a2 square plus b2 square plus c2 square. d1 d2 won't come in angles. d1 d2 won't come, I am telling again. Okay, clear? That is what is given here. So see here, d doesn't come. D doesn't come. Okay, clear? D doesn't come. So if the first we learnt what? Between lines. Next we learnt what? Between planes. Same formula I told you. Okay, but when it comes to line and a plane, when it comes to line and a plane, the angle between what? A line is intersecting a plane. Okay, the angle between the line and the plane, if they ask, same formula, but instead of cos theta, what you will use? You will use sin theta. You will use what? Sin theta. So see here, if they give, this one is written, all of you, write down fast. Done? Okay. Next, see here, if they give a line and a plane, suppose this is the plane we are having, and there is a line that is going like this, and there is a line that is intersecting like this. So if you want an angle here, if you want an angle here, this is making an angle theta, this is making an angle theta. So the plane equation is given by what? Ax plus by plus cz plus d, and line equation is given by what? X minus x1 by a is equal to y minus y1 by b is equal to z minus z1 by c, if it is given like this. Okay, let this be a1 b1 c1, let this be a2 b2 c2 d1. if it is given like this, here same formula you have to use, but you will use what? Sin theta, not cos theta. Sin theta is equal to what? A dot b by mod of a mod of b. A dot b by mod of a mod of b. That is what? A1 A2 plus B1 B2 plus C1 C2 divided by square root of, what is that? This one, A1 square plus B1 square plus C1 square into, what is this? A2 square plus B2 square plus C2 square. Clear, no? Between line and line, between plane and plane, and between plane and line. Okay, between plane and line. Okay, understood? Okay, so first thing is what? If they give up till D, it is a plane. If they give up till C, it is a line. That you remember. Okay, that you remember. If the two planes intersect, we will get a line. We will get what? We will get a line. That line is given by what? N1 cross N2. N1 cross N2. Clear? Written this one, all of you? Very simple 3D is. Not much to do. Just like, not like straight lines. This is very simple compared to 2D. If you know 2D, this will become easy. Okay? Questions are simple compared to straight lines here. Okay, got it, this one? Write down fast. Next, just like what we studied in 2D, A1 by A2 is equal to B1 by B2. There it is what? Not equal to C1 by C2. Here it is what? Equal to C1 by C2. Then it is what? Parallel. It is what? Parallel. Correct na? Correct na? Here it is, all the three are equal. This is, then it is parallel. There it is what? A1 by A1 A2 plus B1 B2 is equal to 0 means it is perpendicular. Here it is what? A1 A2 plus B1 B2 plus C1 C2. Then it is what? Then it is perpendicular. Then it is what? Perpendicular. Please remember this. This is highly important. You have to know this. If it is parallel, what? If it is perpendicular, what? Okay, please know this. If theta is the acute angle, already I told you. Same thing. That is what I told you there. Okay, that is what I told you there. Okay, clear? That is what I told you there. No need to by heart or remember this. What you have written there, that is enough. What you have written there, that is enough. That itself is written here. Okay. Next, the lines are coplanar. If the two lines are coplanar, the det will be equal to 0. The det will be equal to 0 means how to find the det? How to find the det? So, the det, what you will write it? x1 minus x2, y1 minus y2, z1 minus z2, a1 b1 c1, a2 b2 c2. Let us take an example for this. Let us take an example for this. Let us take an example for this. X minus 1 by 2 is equal to y minus 2 by 3, z plus 1 by 1. This is line 1 or this is one thing. Another line is given by x by 3 is equal to y plus 1 by minus 1, that is equal to z minus 1 by 3. Z minus 1 by 3. Now see here. Suppose let this be L1, let this be L2. Okay, observe, all of you please observe, this is very important. Please observe. See here, x minus x1, y minus y1, z minus z1 by a1 b1 c1. Okay, x minus x2, y minus y2, z minus z2 by, what is this? a2 b2 c2. Now, if they ask you to find what? If they are coplanar, you have to find what? Det will be equal to 0. Det will be equal to 0. But how do you find the det? Okay, so here it will be what? a1 b1 c1, that will be what? This will be 2, this will be 3, this will be 1, this will be a2 b2 c2. So this will be what? 3 minus 1 3. Now how to write this one? See, observe here how to write this one. Here x minus x1, that means x1 is what? X minus x1. x1 is 1. y1 is what? 2. z1 is what? Minus 1. Here x2 is what? 0. y2 is what? Minus 1. Okay, please be careful. This will z2 is what? 1. Okay, it is 1. Now we have to write this one means what you will do? This minus this or this minus this. x1 minus x2. 1 minus 0 is what? 1. Okay. y1 minus y2. 2 minus of minus 1 is what? 3. z1 minus z2. Minus 1. This is minus 2. Okay. This is how you will write the first row. This is how you will write the first row. x1 minus x2, y1 minus y2, z1 minus z2. For that you have to bring it to standard form first thing. Another thing is you have to find the value of x1, y1, z1, x2, y2, z2. You already values are given. Don't do the mistake with the sign. Don't do the mistake with the sign. Then you find, you make it equal to 0, or you find out. Okay. Then you will get it what? You must get some constant is given. They will ask you to find that constant. Something like that. So if the two lines are coplanar, that will be equal to 0. These two rows are what? Directly direction ratios. This will be what? X minus x1, y minus y1, z minus z1. Clear? Z minus z1. Clear? Next thing. Equation of a plane containing lines. Equation of a plane containing lines. See? Equation of a plane containing lines. This is the equation. So same thing they have given. What is this? That will be equal to 0. That will be equal to 0. This is not that important. Equation of a plane containing lines. We will go for skewed lines. We will go for skewed lines. Skewed lines, very important, highly important topic. This is important. From these questions will come. Skewed lines, either in 2D or 3D. I did not discuss this in 2D because it will come in 3D. So two straight lines are said to be skewed lines. Okay, they are said to be skewed lines. What if they are not parallel? If they are not intersecting, then the lines which do not lie in a plane. That means what? The two lines. Okay, if there are two lines, they are not parallel and they are not intersecting. Okay, two lines means they are telling those two lines are not parallel, but they are not intersecting also. Okay, how is it possible? Is it possible? If I am talking in 2D, is it possible to have such lines? Either it will be parallel or it will be intersecting at some point. Okay, you may say this line is going like this line is going like this. If you backtrack it, it will come and intersect. Correct? It will come and intersect. There are only two possibilities. There is only parallel lines or intersecting lines. But here they are telling, suppose I keep, see, here this is one line and this is one line. If I keep, will they intersect or not? It will not intersect. See here, this is one plane, this is one plane. So skewed lines are possible if the one of the line is lying in one plane, another line is lying in another plane. Okay, so this is one plane and here I am having one line like this. Okay, they are intersecting or parallel, whatever it is. Okay, if it is in 2D, but in 3D, they are what? This is in different line, this is in different line or different plane. So they are what? They are not intersecting. They are not parallel because they are lying in different plane. Okay, so see here, if you are having like this is the plane, this is the plane. Okay, so here I am writing one line, here I am writing one line. Okay, they are parallel? No, you cannot say because this is in this plane, this is in this plane. They are not parallel. If I write it like this, one line, you cannot say they are intersecting because it is, this is in different plane, this is in different plane. Now what they will ask is, for such lines, what is the distance between them? What is the distance between them? So see here, this is one line, okay, and this is one line. This is one line, this is one line. They are intersecting, you will feel, but they are not intersecting. Or if you are having like this itself, you will feel they are parallel, they are not parallel. Okay, so such lines are called as what? Skewed lines, which are lying in different planes. Okay, they are called as what? Skewed lines. What they will ask, very simple question is, they will ask the shortest distance between them. They will ask the shortest distance between them. Okay, what they will ask? They will ask the shortest distance between them. So how to find the shortest distance? There is a formula. How to find the shortest distance? There is a formula. Should you remember the formula? No. You should not remember the formula. I will tell a method for you to solve the question. I will tell a method for you to solve the question. Now see here. Come back to this example itself. Come back to this example. Now see here, in this example, take up this example itself. So this is line 1, this is line 2. Let this be in some plane, let this be in plane phi 1, let this be in plane phi 2. Okay, if you want to find the shortest distance, let me write it as what? SD. Let me write it as what? SD. The numerator should be what? The numerator should be det of this. The numerator should be det of this, divided by square root of this. Divided by square root of this. You are telling this. What is this? What is this? So det of this means what? Det is here itself. Same thing. Here we made it equal to 0. Here we will have to find the value of det. So here what is this det? We have to write the values. What is this? X1 minus x2, y1 minus y2, z1 minus z2. X1 is what here? 1. Y1 is what? 2. Z1 is what? Minus 1. X2 is 0. Y2 is minus 1. Z2 is 1. Correct na? So x1 minus x2 will become what? Same thing. 1, 3, minus 2. Y1 minus x1 minus x2, y1 minus y2, z1 minus z2. This is what? A1, B1, C1, A2, B2, C2. So A1 is what? A1 is what? 2, 3, 1. B1 is what? Or A1, B1, C1. This is 3 minus 1, 3. Okay. Now you are asking for square root. Wait. What we should do in the square root? So don't remember the formula. You have to remember the method. So first what? Write the data like this. Below write what? Square root. Now to find the data, what you will do? 1 into what is this? You will put some bracket. Correct na? 1 into what is this? 3 3s are 9. Minus into minus is plus. 9 plus 1 is what? 10. Write that 10 here. Write that 10 here. Minus, what is this we are having? Minus 3 into, what is this? 2 3s are 6. 6 minus 3 is what? 3. So this will become what? 3. Okay. Now, what is this? Minus 2 into, what is this? 2 1s are minus 1. 2 into 1 is minus 2. Minus 2, minus 9. That is what? Minus 11. Minus 11. Correct na? Now you are asking square root, what we should write. In square root, what you should do is, whatever is in the bracket, square and write it. This is what? Square root of 10 square. This is what? 3 square minus 11 square is, that is nothing but I can write 11 square. 11 square. So this value what will get? 10 minus 9, that is what? Plus 22 divided by square root of what? 100, 9, 121. That is what? 230. Correct na? 230 no? We will get 230. This is what? 22, 32. 32 minus 9 is what? 23. Correct na? 23 by root 230. Root 230. Correct na? 23 by root 230. I can write this as what? 23 by root 23 into root 10. This 23 I can write it as what? Root 23 into root 23. Cancel. I will get what? Root 23 by root 10. Understood? Shortest distance is what? Root 23 by root 10. How to find out? So first find the, write down like this. X minus x1, sorry, x1 minus x2, y1 minus y2, z1 minus z2, a1, b1, c1. This question will come definitely. I am telling you, this question will come definitely. Shortest distance between skewed lines. You don't have to by heart the formulas. So first what you will write? 2 lines is given means you will write what? A1, b1, c1. Below denominator what is there? This is what? A2, b2, c2. I expect that they don't use directly the equation in what? Standard form. They will give some modified form. First you have to bring it to what? Standard form. Standard form is what? X minus x1 by y minus y1 by b is equal to b1, a1, b1. This is what? Z minus z1 by c1. Another one will be what? X minus x2 by a2, y minus y2 by b2, z minus z2 by c2. Bring it to standard form. After that what you will write? Here what you will write? X minus x1, y minus x1 minus x1 minus x2, y1 minus y2, z1 minus z2. First you write down. In the side you write down what is the value of x1, y1, z1. Okay, x2, y2, z2. This is what? Second row, a1, b1, c1 you write. Third row what you write? a2, b2, c2 you write it. In the first row what you will write? This one, this value, x1 minus x2, y1 minus y2, z1 minus z2. Find the det. Write it like this, write the bracket like this. Square root of this you do it. You will get the answer. Clear? You will get the answer. Understood na? So I will give an example or a question for you to do by yourself. Not now, you do it later. Suppose line 1 is given like this. X minus 2 by 2, y plus 3 by minus 1, 1 minus z by 1. This is one line, line 1. This is lying in plane pi 1. L2 I am giving 2 minus x by 1, y by 3, z minus 2 by z minus, this is z minus 2, this is 1 minus z, this is 1 minus z by what I wrote? 1, okay. This is z minus 2 by, I will write it as 2, z minus 2 by 2, this is lying in pi 2. So, okay, this I will tell there are skewed lines, find the shortest distance. Write down the question, do it by yourself later. Do it by yourself later. So, first what you will find out, check whether it is in standard form. Line 1 is in standard form? Is it in standard form? It is not in standard form because it is 1 minus z. You have to convert to z minus 1. So, it will become what? Z minus 1 by minus 1. Convert to standard form, then you write what? x1, y1, z1. Your first one is what? x1 is what? x1 is what? x1 is what? 2. z1 is what? Z1 is what? I am asking z1 not y1. Z1 is what? Minus 1. y1 is what? z1 is 1. z1 will be 1 because you multiply with minus means it will become what? z1 will be 1. What about y1? y1 will be minus 3. What about x1? You have to bring it to standard form, no? You have to bring it to standard form. So x1 will become what? 2. y1 is x2. y2 is what? 0. z2 is what? 2. That's all. z2 is what? 2. a1 b1 c1 is what? 2 minus 1 2 minus 1 minus 1. It will modify. This will become what? Minus 1 3 2. Understood? Then you find this thing, shortest distance. Understanding, Vaishnavi, Akshaya, Navneeta understood, Ritika, Shravani, Sirisha, Shravanti, Roshni, Gayatri understood, Bhavani got it, Vinay, Harsha, Sai Nishit, clear? See, this is what is given. This is what you have to find the box of this. You have to find the box of this. It will take time. That is not required. The formula not required. That is not at all required. Same thing I told you here. Same thing I told you here. That is not at all required. Same thing I told you. Square root of this is what I told you. Okay. No need to remember this formula. Not required. You know the method. You know the method or you know the procedure how to do it. You know the procedure how to do it, that you have to follow. Okay. Intersection of two lines. Let us go to the next topic, that is intersection of two lines, important. Okay, still some part is left. So okay, first we will study what here only I will do intersection of two lines, and also intersection of line and a plane. I will also do it here itself. First is what? Intersection of two lines, then we will do intersection of line and a plane, two lines and also line and a plane. Okay, so let us study about intersection of two lines. So if it is given in vector form, suppose R is given like this, vector A plus TB, and R is given as, this is one line, R is given as vector C plus SD. Okay, so since it is R and R, what I can do, I can equate now. So I can equate means what I will get. So intersection of two lines, we have to find this point. Okay, we have to find this point of intersection, we have to find out. So if it is given in vector form, what you will do? So you will equate it. So you will write it as what? A plus TB is equal to what? C plus SD. Okay, vector A, let us write it as what? A1, okay, A1I plus A2J plus A3K. B will write it as what? B1I plus B2J plus B3K. Okay, this is what? T into T. Okay, so this is what we will write it as C1, C2, C3, I plus J plus K. This is plus S into what is this? D1I plus D2J plus D3K. This is what we have. Okay, this is what we have. Now let us equate the coefficients of I. Here equate the, so coefficient of I is what here? A1 plus TB1 will be equal to what? C1 plus SD1, correct na? SD1. Now similarly, what I can do? Equate the coefficients of J. What I will get? A2 plus TB2 will be equal to what? C2 plus SD2, correct na? SD2 we will get, correct? This is what we will get. Now solve these two equations. On solving these two equations, what we will get? On solving these two equations, you will get the value of S and T. You will get the value of what? S and T. Solve these two equations. You will get the value of S and T. You will get the value of S and T. Put it here. You will get the point of intersection. You will get the point of intersection. Understood? Okay. You equate the coefficients. Solve these two equations. Okay. Solve these two equations. On solving these two equations, what will happen? On solving these two equations, you will get what? S and T. Okay. Put it here. You put the value of S and T here. You will get the point of intersection. Simple. Okay. If it is between two lines. If it is between two lines, please write down. Keep imitating. Okay, done. Now we will go for line and a plane. Line and line, you understood? We will go for line and a plane. Okay, write down fast if you are writing it down. I am not using please. Okay. If you want to write down, otherwise leave it, not a problem. Okay. Now we will go for write down here. Now we will go for what is it? Line and a plane. Line and plane. So we will go for what? Line and a plane. Okay. So if you go for line and a plane, suppose there is a line given. Okay. This is the plane and the line is passing like this. This is the point of intersection here. At this point will be having the coordinates x1, y1, z1. Okay, x1, y1, z1. This is the point of what? This is the point of intersection. This is the point of intersection. Okay, let us, the equation of this line is given by what? X minus x1 by what is it? a1, y minus y1 by b1, z minus z1 by c1. Correct na? Z minus z1 by c1. This is what we are having. Correct na? Z minus z1 by c1, this is what we will be having. Okay, z minus z1 by c1, this is what we will be having. Now what will be the equation of the plane? Equation of the plane will be what? Ax plus by plus cz plus d is equal to 0. Is equal to 0. This is what we have. This is equation of the plane. Now this is constant. I will equate it to lambda. I will equate it to lambda. If I equate it to lambda, instead of a1, b1, c1, if I take it as a, b, c also, not a problem. Okay. So I will do it with example. One example I will show you. Now you understand the concept. If it is given like this, line, it is equals, no, all of it, I can equate to some constant lambda. This is what equation of a plane. Now this x will become what? X will become equal to what? X will become equal to, what is it? x1 plus a lambda. What about this y? y1 plus b lambda. Z will become what? z1 plus c lambda. Now for this x, y, z, okay, for this x, y, z, if I put the value of x1 plus a lambda, y1 plus b lambda, z1 plus c lambda, I will get the value of what? I will get the value of lambda. I will get the value of lambda. Correct na? I will get the value of lambda. Once I get the value of lambda, now x will become equal to what? x1 plus a lambda. Lambda value I got. That means what? I got the value of x. Or I can get the value of x1. I can get the value of x1. If I get the value of lambda, I can get the value of y1. If I get the value of lambda, I can get the value of z1. Okay. First what I will do, equation of line is given. I will equate it to lambda. So by that I will get what? X, Y, Z. X, Y, Z I will get it. Okay, understanding or not? X, Y, Z I will get it in terms of what? X1 and lambda. X1 plus A lambda, Y is equal to Y1 plus B lambda, Z is equal to Z1 plus C lambda. Where is X, Y, Z? It is in this equation of the plane. Substitute for X, substitute for Y, substitute for Z. What you will write? X, X1 plus A1 lambda. This is Y1 plus B lambda, Z1 plus C lambda. If you equate it, you will get the value of lambda. Once you get the value of lambda, what I can find the value of? I can find the value of X1, I can find the value of Y1, I can find the value of Z1. So I can find the value of X1, Y1, Z1. That is what? Point of intersection. That is what? Point of intersection. Got it? That is what? Point of intersection. Clear? Write down this. We will take an example, you will get more clarity. Let us take an example. The line is given by x minus 1 by 2, y minus 3 by 1 is equal to z by minus 1. The plane is given by 2x plus 3y plus 4z minus 5 is equal to 0. Minus 5 is equal to 0. Okay. So see here, observe all of you. Don't write down anything. Now observe. Please observe. Please I use now. Okay. So line is given like this, and the plane is given like this. Okay. We have to find the point of intersection. Point of intersection, I have to find out x1, y1, z1. I have to find out. That is x, y, z also. That is what? X, y, z I have to find out. So this is what? X minus x1 by y minus y1 by b. This is z minus z1 by c. This is ax plus by plus cz plus d is given. Now what we will do is, so this will equate to what? This will equate to lambda. Okay, this will equate to lambda. If I equate to lambda, what I will get? I will get the value of x as what? 1 plus 2 lambda or 2 lambda plus 1. Y is what? 3 plus lambda. Z is what? Minus lambda. Z is minus lambda. Now put the values here. This is 2x. Okay, put the values here. 2 into what is this? 2 lambda plus 1. 3 into what is it? 3 plus lambda. Z into what is it? 4 minus lambda. This is minus 5 is equal to 0. Now solve this. 4 lambda plus 2, 9 plus 3 lambda. 3 lambda minus 4 lambda minus 5 is equal to 0. Now this is what? 4 lambda plus 4 lambda minus 4 lambda cancels. I will have what? 3 lambda. 9 plus 2, 11. 11 minus 5 is what? 6. So 3 lambda is equal to minus 6. So lambda is equal to minus 2. Okay, lambda is equal to minus 2. Correct now? Minus 2 we got it. We got the value of lambda. Now put the values of lambda here. You will get the value of x, y, z. No? You will get the value of x, y, z. X will be what? 1 plus 2 minus 2, that is what? Minus 4. This will be minus 3. Y is what? 3 plus minus lambda, that is 1. Z is what? Minus lambda means Z is 2. So the point of intersection of plane and the line is what? Minus 3, 1, 2. Understood? This is how you will find out. Simple. Understood now? There is simple calculation is involved. That's all. Very simple calculation is involved. So first of all, you have to understand whatever the equation of the line they have given, is it in standard form? Bring it to standard form. And plane is given. So you equate it to lambda, some constant. So you will find the value of x, y, z in terms of lambda. Put the value of that here in the equation of the plane. So on solving it, you will get the value of lambda. Then you can find the value of x, y, z. That is the point of intersection of the line and the plane. Clear? That is the point of intersection of the line and the plane. If they give two lines, there you know. S and T you find out, put it there. That's all. Coefficients of I, coefficients of z, you equate it. Okay, that's all. Coefficients of I equate it, coefficients of z equate it. You will get S and T. Solve two equations, you will get S and T. You put the value of S and T, you will get the answer. Clear? Understood? Clear till here? See, just when you make notes, you have to sit with the notes and spend some time. What is the concept that is involved? Then you can internalize things to you. Okay, then it will be easy for you to solve the question. Okay, this is the concept, this is how we have to go. That's all you have to know. Okay, clear? There what we studied, intersection of the planes. Here we are studying intersection of the lines and intersection of the line and a plane. Okay, in planes, see 3D planes still I have to do. But I am talking about what? Lines. Here itself I have done what? Planes also. Here itself I have done what? Planes also. Clear? Now foot and image and distance. Foot, image and distance. Okay. Foot, image and distance. Okay, foot, image and distance. So see here is a line. Okay, this is a perpendicular line. This is a point from this point. So let this be x naught, y naught, z naught. The equation of the line is given by what? X minus x1 by a is equal to y minus y1 by b is equal to z minus z1 by c. Okay, this is the point. Okay, let this point be let me take it as p. Let this be foot. Below here comes what? Image. This will be q. This will be q. So we have to find this distance between the point to this foot. So listen carefully. We have already done in 2D. Here we are talking about 3D. So see here what happens from this point. If we draw a line here, we have to find the foot of this, the coordinates of this point, and also this distance. And if it comes and falls here, that is called as image. What is the coordinates of this image? We have to find out. Okay, now for this we are having x minus x1, y minus y1, a, b, c we are having. Now definitely this is perpendicular, means this is what we are having. Okay, 90 degree we are having. That means see here, suppose we are having here. So we here let us equate to some lambda here. Let us equate to some lambda here. Okay, now so better I take an example and show you. Instead of taking x minus x1, let me take an example and show you. If I take an example, better. So this will become what? Let me take an example. We will take x minus 1 by 2 is equal to y plus 1 by 1, z by 1, this is z by 1 minus 1. Okay, let the point be 1, 2, minus 1. Let the point be 1, 2, minus 1. This is what we are having. This is what we are having. Now see we are having the line equation is given like this. The point is this one. The point is this one. So I told you we will equate to lambda. Let us equate to lambda. See, be it image, be it distance, or be it foot. Everywhere we have to find out foot. First thing is what? You have to find out the foot. First we will find out the foot. Okay. First keep this in mind. So we are making it equal to lambda. So x will become what? So x will become what? 2 lambda plus 1. Okay. Y will become what? Lambda minus 1. Z will become what? Minus lambda. So these coordinates what we got, x, y, z, they are the coordinates of this foot. Okay, here you will write it 2 lambda plus 1. This is what? Lambda minus 1. This is minus lambda. This is what we have. Now we got the coordinates of foot, but not the exact coordinates, we got it in terms of lambda. To find the exact, see here, this line PF and this line, they are what? Perpendicular? They are perpendicular, no? They are perpendicular, means see here, this one, if I take PF, if I want to find the slope of this, means I have to find what? Direction ratios. Here I have to find the direction ratios. To find the direction ratios, what I have to do? This minus this I have to do, this minus this. Either this minus this or this minus this I have to do. So this I will get what? PF. Correct now? I will get PF. This is what? Slope of this line PF. Okay. So what I should? 2 lambda plus 1 minus 1 is what? 2 lambda. This is what? Lambda minus this is what? Lambda minus 3. This is what? Minus lambda plus 1. Okay. We got what? Minus lambda plus 1. Correct na? This is what we got. Minus lambda plus 1. This is what we got. Okay. So this is what? For PF, this slope. Now what about the, this is direction ratios of this line. Okay. What about the direction ratios of this line? It is here itself. What are they? 2, 1, minus 1. They are what? See, I am telling perpendicular. This line and this line are perpendicular. Okay, this is the slope of this line, this is the slope of this line. Slope of this line is what? Direction ratio here and direction ratio here. Direction ratio of this line is what we got? What is it we got? Direction ratio 2 lambda minus lambda plus 1, correct na? 2 lambda plus this is minus lambda plus 1. Now 4 lambda, how did it come? 2 lambda okay. Now see here, what about direction ratios of this line? I am asking. Direction ratios of this line 2 comma 1 comma minus 1. This is what? 2 comma 1 comma. So we got direction ratios 2 comma 1 comma minus 1. Okay, 2 comma 1 comma minus 1. So if they are perpendicular, what will happen to cos theta? What will happen to cos theta? 0. That means what? Their dot product is what? Their dot product is 0. So find out the dot product between these two direction ratios. That will be equal to what? 0. So dot product of this is what? 2 into what is this? So 2 into 2 is what? This is 4 lambda. 4 lambda, okay, plus lambda minus 3 minus what is this? I can write it as what? Lambda minus 1 is equal to what? 0. See, understand one thing, again I am telling you, they have given the equation of the line and the point. Equation of the what is this? Line is given. I will equate to lambda. I will get the value of x, y, z in terms of what? Lambda, I got it. Okay, that I will put it here. X, y, z, I kept it here. X, y, z, I kept it here. Now I know what? This line and this line are perpendicular. So this line slope, I need to find out. Slope is what here? Direction ratios. So to find out the direction ratios, I will separate this from this or this from this, whatever is possible. Okay, I will separate what I did, this from this, this from this, this from this I did. I got the direction ratios of this one, that is slope of this one. For this line, direction ratios, they are only given A, B, C, they are only direction ratios. So the dot product of the direction ratios will be equal to 0. Why dot product will be equal to 0? Since they are perpendicular, cos 90 will be what? 0. That means dot product will be 0. Correct na? Cos theta is equal to what? Dot product of A by B divided by mod A by mod B. So cos theta is equal to 0 means it will become what? Dot product A dot B will become equal to 0. That is what I did. Dot product will become equal to 0. Now I can find out the value of lambda. So lambda will be what? 4 lambda plus 5 lambda. This is what? 6 lambda minus 4 is equal to 0. So lambda will be equal to what? 2 by 3. I got the value of what? Lambda. So once I get the value of lambda, I can find out the foot. Foot is what it will become? 2 lambda by 3. So that will become what? This foot will become what? I got the coordinates of foot, but in terms of lambda. Now exact value I can find out. So this will become what? 2 into 2 by 3. That is what? 4 by 3 plus 1. That is what? 7 by 3. This is what? 2 by 3 minus 1. That is what? Minus 1 by 3. This will become what? Minus lambda means minus 2 by 3. I got foot. I got foot. Okay. Once I got the foot, I can find out this point. This point is what? How to find out this point? Once I got the foot. How to find the foot? Once I got the foot, how to find out those points? How to find out that point? Why you have to find out that point? You are focusing in the class or not? Why you have to find out that point? They have only given that point. They have only given in that point. Why you have to find out? They are asking what? From that point you have to find out the foot, you have to find out the image, you have to find out the distance. Now distance you can find out easily, distance formula. P and F you can find out, and here you have to know this F will be, okay, always this F will be the midpoint between P and Q. So P plus Q divided by 2. P plus Q divided by 2. So I can find out what? I know the value of P, I know the value of F, I can find out Q. So 2F is equal to P plus Q. So Q will be equal to what? Q will be equal to 2F minus P. 2F minus P. 2F minus P is equal to Q. Correct na? 2F minus P is equal to Q. So 2F minus P, 2 into F. So that is what? 2 into 7 by 3, that is what? 14 by 3 minus P. 14 by 3 minus 1. Correct na? 14 by 3 minus 1. 14 by 3 minus 1 is what? 11 by 3. So 2 into minus 2 by 3 minus 2. Minus 2 by 3 minus 2 is what? Minus 2 by 3 minus 2. So 3 2s are 6 minus 8 by 3. Okay. 2 by this is minus 4 by 3 plus 1. 4 by 3 plus 1 is what? Minus 1 by 3. We got this. Minus 1 by 3. We got the image also. We have to find out what the distance. This one P to F. How to find out distance? You know, you apply the distance formula. That's it. Clear? So first thing is what? Whenever they give the line, equate it to lambda. Find the value of x, y, z. Once you find the value of x, y, z, the coordinates which you get in terms of lambda, that is a foot. Then find the slope of this. That is, once you find the slope of this, you will find what? That is direction ratio. And this direction ratio is given. This direction ratio and this direction ratio is what? The dot product of this is equal to 0. By that you will get the value of lambda. Once you get the value of lambda, you will get the lambda value of foot. Once you get foot, the foot will be what? The midpoint. F is equal to P plus Q by 2. So by that P is given, F you found out, you will get the value of Q. Once you find out Q, image is also found out. So PF you have to find out the distance. That is what? Distance formula you will use it. Clear? Understood? Should I summarize again, or you understood or not? Once again I have to do. So what is this? So see here, a point is given and a line is given. They will ask the foot, they will ask the image, and they will ask the distance from this point to foot. So first thing is what? You have to find out the foot. To find out the foot, equate the line to what? Lambda. By that what you will get? X, Y, Z. You will get what? X, Y, Z. That X, Y, Z itself is what? Is the coordinates of the foot. But you will get the coordinates of the foot in terms of what? Lambda. That is what you got? 2 lambda plus 1, lambda minus 1 minus lambda. After that, this line and this line are perpendicular. So find their slope. Slope means what here? Direction ratios. So this direction ratio will find out this minus this, this minus this, this minus this, you find out, you will get the direction ratio here. And this direction ratio, this line direction ratio, it is already there, A, B, C. Okay, what you will do? Dot product, this into this, this into this, this into this is equal to what? Between what will come? Plus will come. Will be equal to what? 0. Will be equal to what? 0. Because why? Cos theta is equal to 0. Because theta is what? 90 degree. After that you will get what? Value of lambda. Once you get the value of lambda, what you will get? You will get the exact values of foot. Once you get the exact values of foot, foot is equal to what? P plus Q by 2. So P is already given. If you found out, you can find out the value of Q. That is what? 2F minus P is equal to Q. So you got the image. Next what you will do? Distance is what? You apply the distance formula. Clear? Understood everyone? Got it? These how you will find out what? Foot, image, and what is that? Distance. Foot, image, and distance. Understood? Understood everyone? Okay, let us go to next thing. The distance between parallel lines. The distance between parallel lines. The distance between parallel lines, we will not use it this way, we will find some other way. Distance between parallel lines. See here, distance between parallel lines. No need to do this method. So observe here carefully. This is a line. This is a point here. This is vector A. Okay, and there is another line. This is vector C. Both are parallel to some line. Let us take it as vector B. This is parallel to this, and this is parallel to this. Okay. So what we will do? Distance between parallel lines means, or we will take it like this. This is vector C. Both are parallel to vector B. Okay, both are parallel to vector B. This is a point A. They are asking distance between these parallel lines. They are asking distance between parallel lines. Vector A is given, vector C is given. They are asking the distance. You have to focus on the class. What happened? Okay, so distance between the parallel lines you have to find out. So that means what? You have to find out this distance. Correct na? Now, is it any harm if I remove this, if I take only one point here, I can take a point A itself, enough, no? This is representing a line, but I took one point, okay, one point, that is vector A I took, I removed the line. So this distance, if I find out, that is nothing but what? Distance between parallel lines, okay, distance between parallel lines. Now I will draw a line like this here, so this will give me what? This will give me C minus A. So this will give me what? C minus A distance. This will give me C minus A distance. So directly I cannot find parallel line distance. This will give me C minus A distance. I will find the projection of this. So there is a perpendicular line like this, you think, for C. For C there is a perpendicular line. So in projection you have learned, correct na? So if there is vector A and there is vector B and here it is a perpendicular line. So if you are finding the projection on this on this, what you will do? A dot B by B you will do it, correct na? A dot B by B you will do it. If it is projecting on directly here, okay, projection. But if it is projecting here, what you will do? A cross B by mod B. This is what you will do now. That is what you will do now. If it is projecting directly like this, what you will do? Parallel to this, you will take dot product. If it is projecting perpendicular here, you will take what? Cross product. Same thing you do here. Okay, to find out the distance, what you will do? Same thing you do here. You will project it here. So this will become what? This is the distance you will find out. You will find out this distance. So this distance is given by what? C minus A cross B. This is projection on this B. Okay, so this projection on B. Okay, divided by what is this? That's all. That's all is the distance between these two. C minus A, what is this? C minus A, what is this? C minus A cross B divided by mod B. Understood? Understood. So you will take the projection in the perpendicular way. So you will get this distance. So what you should do? If they give two vectors A, C, B, C minus A you find out. C minus A cross B divided by mod B. That's all you have to do, finding the distance between parallel lines. That is what they have given here in a different way. Suppose they give R is equal to A plus TB and they give R is equal to C plus SB. So this is what you will do. First what you will do? A minus C. Then what you will do? A minus C cross B divided by B. This is the what you will do for what? Finding the distance between parallel lines. This is what you will do for finding the distance between parallel lines. If two lines are given in vector form, A minus C you do it first thing. A minus C cross B. How you will do? You find the determinant, correct na? Cross product how you used to find out? Determinant you find out. A minus C cross B divided by mod of B, that's all. Okay, because both the lines are parallel to another line B. Okay, this is how you will find out. Got it? Understanding? See, just revise once again your notes. You will get understanding more clarity. You will get it today itself. You go through your notes today itself once. If you have doubt, you come back to me tomorrow. Clear? Okay, got it? This one, distance between parallel lines. How you to do? First you do what? A and C if they give. What they give? A, vector C if they give. What you do? C minus A you do first thing. Then what do you do? C minus A cross B. After that what do you do? Divided by mod B. Okay, divided by mod B I am telling, nothing else. Okay, C minus A cross B divided by mod B. Got it? So that what you will get? By that what you will get? Distance between what? What we did? The perpendicular projection here, that's what we did. If you are doing direct projection, you should do what? Dot product. Otherwise you should do what? Cross product. Got it? So next thing. Okay, distance from a point to the line along a line. This we have studied in what? 2D also. What we used to do? There C1 minus C2 divided by square root of A square, N square, A square plus B square plus C square. Correct na? Otherwise, if it is along the line, what you used to do? C1 minus C2 divided by A cos theta plus B sin theta. You used to do. Correct na? Here what you will do? So here this is the line that is given. This is given by what? X minus x1 by A, y minus y1 by B, C minus C1 by, I will take it as what? Sorry, Z minus Z1 by C, I will take it as A1, B1, C1. There is a point here. this is a line. Okay, there is a point here, let us take it as x naught, y naught, z naught. Okay, z naught. They are asking this distance. They are asking this distance. So parallel to this, there is one more line. Parallel to this, there is one more line. They are asking the distance along this line, not straight distance, slanted distance they are asking. So this line is given by what? They will give this equation of this line also. That is x minus x2 by a2, y minus y2 by b2, z minus z2 by c2. Okay, z minus z2 by c2. This is what they will give. This is what they will give. Okay. Now, if they ask you find out the distance here, if they ask you to find out the distance here, what you just have to do is, instead of x2 put x naught, instead of y2 put y naught, instead of z2 put z naught. What you will do here? X minus x naught by a2 will be equal to y minus y naught by, what is this? b2, z minus z naught by c2. That's all. That's all you will do. Okay. That is along this slanted line. Okay, not the perpendicular distance. Perpendicular distance means what? C minus A cross B divided by mod of B. Okay, that's all. Understood everyone? Clear? Write down this. What, you need break? Huh? Just wait. Now 3D planes we have to discuss. Planes we have to discuss. That is very, we have already done lines, right? So planes is very simple. Okay, similar to lines itself. So I will run through it fast, go through it fast. So after that we will solve some PYQs. Okay, we will solve some PYQs based on that. We will solve some PYQs based on that. So planes, see here, this is done, redone, write down. So after this, we are having 3D planes. Still there are so many slides, but all the slides I will summarize and write it in these 2 slides. Okay, I will write it in simple form. You have to know, that's it. Okay, you have to know, that's all. That's it. That will be sufficing for you. So 3D planes. So let us do 3D planes now. First thing, all of you please observe, please focus. If they are given, first thing, see, please focus. If they are given a plane like this, and there is a point x1, y1, z1, and there is a perpendicular passing through it, perpendicular line passing through it. Okay, that is a vector n can be given as ai, bj plus ck. This is one thing. Okay, and there can be two. Second one, there can be a plane is formed by 2 vectors, vector a, vector b, and also it is passing through a point x, x1, y1, z1. It is passing through a point x1, y1, z1. This is second condition. Next, third thing, there is a plane having, what is this? Vector a, and there is 2 points and joining, they are making a, forming a line. Okay, 2 points and forming, this is x1, y1, z1, this is x2, y2, z2. Okay, this is vector a, and there is 2 points forming a line. Okay, and next thing, we are having a plane and there are 3 points, a, b, c, there is a. Okay, this is the thing we are having. So observe here, first thing, see there are various forms. First thing I am talking about, a plane is given, various types of planes that we can have. A plane is given, and the plane there is a point x1, y1, z1, and perpendicular to this there is a line that is given by vector a, b, j. A1, ai plus bj plus ck, this is the vector that is given. Vector that is given. Here we are having what? x1, y1, z1, there is a point on the plane. Now what is the equation of the line that you can write, or equation of this plane you can write? You can write it like this, which we have used multiple times in various questions. You can write it as what? A into x minus x1 plus b into y minus y1 plus c into z minus z1 is equal to what? 0. This is the form you can use. If they are given what? A point is on the plane and there is a perpendicular given, and there is a perpendicular given in the form of a vector, that is ai plus bj plus ck, then you can write it as what? A into x minus x1. This I have used in some questions. Okay, b into which is that questions? Square root of p square plus something is there. Okay, so this is what? Plus 8 I think. B into y minus y1 plus c into z minus z1 is equal to 0. If they give like this, this is the vector, this is the plane equation, you have to write it. Now look at this second one. They are given a vector and two vectors, vector a, vector b, forming a plane, and there is also a point x1 y1 z1 which is passing through it, and there is also a point x1 y1 z1 which is passing through it. So then what you should do, this det we should make it equal to 0. How you will make it equal to 0? You will write what? You will write it as x minus x1 y minus y1 z minus z1. This vector a is given by a1 b1 c1. This is a2 b2 c2, a2 b2 c2. Okay, a2 b2 c2. Clear? Now third thing, please observe third thing. Third thing is what? There is vector a given by a1i or ai bj plus ck. These two points xi yz y1 z1 x2 y2 z2, and these 2 points are joined by a line on the plane. Okay, there is a plane, there is a vector on it forming the plane, and 2 points are there which are joined. 2 points are there which are joining each other. 2 points are there which are joining each other. Now what is the equation of this plane if they ask? So here also you should find what? Det will be equal to 0. Here you will write what? X minus, what is it you will write? X minus x1 first thing, y minus y1, what is it? Z minus z1. Next it will become what? Next it will become what? x2 y2 is there, no? What you will write it? x1 minus x2, y1 minus y2, z1 minus z2. Then what about this? This is a b c, or you can write a b a1 b1 c1. Okay, understood? The row, how you will write it? X minus x1 y minus y1 z minus z1. Next is what? Between those two lines, the direction questions, that is what? x1 minus x2 y1 minus y2 z1 minus z2. This is what? A B C. This is what? A B C. Clear? Now another thing is, please focus, this is, we are having 3 points, okay, let this point be x1 y1 z1. This is what? x2 y2 z2, x2 y2 z2. Okay, this is what? We are having another point x3 y3 z3. This is another point. Okay, if there are 3 points, we will take one more point, that is a, as the reference point. We will have what? We will have a, that is b, that is b c, ac, that is b ad. We will find out ab, ac, ad. So for this a also we should have coordinates. We will take it as what? X y z, x y z. So for this, what will be the equation of the plane if they ask? What you should do here? Here there is no vector here, all are points. What you will write? X minus x1 y minus y1 z minus z1. What is this? x1 minus x2 y1 minus y2 z1 minus z2. This will be what? x2 minus x3 y2 minus y3 z2 minus z3. That's all. z2 minus z3. These are the 4 forms of the plane which you have to remember. Some more forms are there. First write down this. First is for, there is a point and a perpendicular line. Okay, for that what you will write? A into x minus x1, b into y minus y1 plus c into z minus z1. Then we are having 2 vectors which are forming a plane, and it is also passing through a point. So for that what you will write? X minus x1 y minus y1 z minus z1 a1 b1 c1 a2 b2 c2. So next is what? This a1 b1 c1 is getting eliminated here. So here what is happening? Here one vector is there and 2 points are there which are joining here. So x minus x1 y minus y1 z minus z1, same as this. Here it will become what? x1 minus x2 y1 minus y2 z1 minus z2 a b c. Next what will happen? Instead of here, what you will get? Instead of a b c, what you will get? x2 minus x3 y2 minus y3 z2 minus z3, because these are all 3 points. We will take a reference point as what? X or a, that is x y z. Clear? So these are the 5 4 forms you have to remember. Fifth one, there is a plane and there is a foot from this point. Sixth is family of planes. Sixth is family of planes. Okay. Now come to this point. See here, fifth one. Observe all of you. Fifth one. There is a point above the plane, which is being perpendicular to the plane, and it is having foot on the plane. It is having foot on this plane. It is having foot on this plane means, that means what? This is perpendicular to this. This is perpendicular to this. Then what about vector n? First, this second form. What is this first form? This vector n I can find out. That is what? The difference between these two. The difference between these two is what? 0. What is this? Minus 3. Minus 3. This is what I will have. When I have this form, what is this? This is x1, y1, z1. Correct now? This is x1, y1, z1. This is what? A, B, C. This is A, B, C. I can write this of which form? First form, that is A into x minus x1 plus B into y minus y1 plus C into z minus z1 is equal to 0. Now see here, whenever they give a plane and a perpendicular line, for the perpendicular line foot will be given, or x1, y1, z1. They were given here it is x1, y1, z1. Here they were given it as foot. Okay, wake up. Okay, this will be what? Foot, and the point is given. Okay, and the point is given. Here the vector directly they were given, but here they were given a point instead of vector. So how you will find out the vector here? The difference you will find out. The difference you will find out. The difference which you will find out, they will be what? A, B, C. This point will be what? x1, y1, z1. So how you will write the equation? A into x minus x1, okay, plus B into y minus y1 plus C into z minus z1 is equal to 0. So this is how you will find out this equation. Now see here, family of planes. This is plane pi 1, this is plane pi 2. So family of circles, how you used to write? So many circles. You will write what? S1 plus lambda S2 is equal to what? 0. So this is what you should write it. Pi 1 plus lambda pi 2 is equal to what? 0. Okay. Understood, Shravanti? S1 plus lambda S2 is equal to what? 0. Same thing here. Same thing here. Same like family of circles, you will write what? Pi 1 plus lambda pi 2 is equal to what? 0. Understood, Srinidhi? Same as Liharika, understood? Same as what? Siri, understood? Same as family of circles, you will write what? Pi 1 plus lambda L2. You will find the, solve the equation, you will get the value of lambda. Put the value of lambda, you will get the answer. Now see here, this is not about the equation of the plane. Here there is a point at some distance. They will ask the perpendicular distance to the, they will ask what? Perpendicular distance to the plane. Perpendicular distance to the plane. That is nothing but what? Same like how you used to do in line. That is what? A1x plus ax1 plus by1 plus cz1. There it was what? Only just c divided by a square plus b square. Here what you will do? Ax1 plus by1 plus cz1 divided by what? Square root of a square plus b square plus c square. D won't come. So this will become what? The distance will become equal to what? Ax1 plus by1 plus cz1. D will come or what? Yes, D will come. Plus D divided by square root of a square plus b square plus c square. A square plus b square plus c square. Okay, this is what? Seventh thing you have to know. Next, Written till here, everyone? Okay, write down. So here, eighth thing. So if they give a plane, and they have given P here, there is foot here, and they ask image will be here. Okay. So if they ask the foot and if they ask the image, and the plane is given by ax plus by plus cz plus d is equal to 0. Now tell me for 2D, okay, there image foot how you used to find out? What is the formula? Okay, image is what? Image you have to tell loud, that class should be heard.
X minus x1 by a equals to y minus y1 by b equals to z minus z1 by c is equals to minus of a into x1 plus b y1 plus c by a square plus b square.
Okay, understood. So that is what you have to remember, that is foot and the image. Okay, so let me write down the formulas. So if they ask for this from this point x1 y1 z1, so please remember one thing you forgot to write d in the numerator. D will also be there. So this foot will be equal to what? This foot will be equal to, just remember, just write down. So foot will be equal to, this is what? ax1 plus by1 plus cz1 plus, okay, this will become what? Foot will be equal to x minus x1 by a, y minus y1 by z minus z1 by c is equal to, what is it? Minus of ax1 plus by1 plus cz1 plus d divided by square root won't come, plus c square. When I talk about image,
X minus x1 by a equals to y minus y1 by b is equals to minus of 2a into x1 plus b y1 plus c z1 plus d by a square plus b square plus c square.
okay, that's all. Okay, these things you have to remember, same as the 2D straight lines you have to remember, for even for 3D. Clear? So we will have a break now. After that we will continue. Thank you. Everyone came? Awake? చూస్తాను ఇప్పుడు. Hey, not now making sound. When I ask you, talk. Not now. Keep quiet now. No use talking now. What is this? Oh, it's on. Okay, all right, let us resume. So we discussed about various forms of equation of the planes, and also told about foot and image and also perpendicular distance. Now here also there is something called, what we learned there, intercept form, that is x by a plus y by b is equal to what, 1. Similarly here we will write it as what, x by a plus y by b plus z by c is equal to 1. How do we get this? See here, this is the coordinate axis. If you have this is the coordinate axis, if this is the plane, observe, this is the plane. Okay, so this will be what, I'll write it as what, this will be a. Okay, this is x, y, z. If you take it, this will be b, this will be c. So this is what, intercept form in 3D. So this is what, x by a, y by b plus z by c. This is the intercept form. This also is important, you have to remember. Okay, you have to remember this. Clear? This is the intercept form. Next. All these things are done. So equation of a plane with different condition, this is also done. All these things I have covered there itself. General equation of a plane with different conditions, no, not required. So see here, I told you, what is that? In the beginning of the class itself I told you, the equation of a plane passing through x1, y1, z1 and parallel to yz plane. Parallel to yz plane and perpendicular to x axis is what? X is equal to x1. Okay, xy plane is what? Z1. See, yz plane, x1 will come. What is not there? X is not there, x1 will come. Xy plane, what is not there? Z is not there, z1 will come. Okay, zx plane, what is not there? Y is equal to y1 will come. That's all, simple. Okay, clear? Parallel planes. So parallel planes we have done in what? 2D also. C1 minus C2 divided by square root of a square plus b square. Here it is what? D1 minus D2 by square root of what? A square plus b square. Avuna kada? That's all, correct na? Square root of a square plus b square plus c square. Understanding? Got it? Understood or not? So here you have to do what? Square root of a square plus b square plus c square. See, perpendicular distance or parallel lines distance, what will happen? Square root will come. But otherwise, if it is foot and image, what will come? Square root won't come. Foot is minus by a square plus b square will come. But image means what? Image means minus 2 will come. But square root will not come. Please remember this. Okay. Next, if we talk about this one, see here. What about this? So there is a plane. Above this there is one plane, below this there is one plane. It is at equidistance. This plane is at equidistance. That is, there is a plane which is parallel to above plane and parallel to below plane, and it is at equidistance. Suppose this is the plane, this is parallel to this plane, this is parallel to this plane. If you want the equation of this plane, what you will do? You will take the average of the above two planes. The above two planes you will add it and divide by 2. The above two planes you will add it and you will divide by 2. That is what? A1, this is what? A by 2 plus a plus a by 2, that is what? 2a by 2, that will become what? A. B plus b by 2 is what? B plus b by 2. 2b by 2, that is what? B. C plus c by 2, that is what? C. D1 plus D2 by divided by 2. So this is what you will have. Understood? The average of this you will find out. Same thing we have done in lines also. There you will write it was what? C1 plus C2 by 2. Ax plus by plus C1 plus C2 by 2. Here it is what? Ax plus by plus Cz plus D1 plus D2 by 2. Clear? Understood? Okay. Then foot and image I already told you. Position of a points with respect to line. Position of points with respect to line I told you. That is what? This is a with respect to plane here. There it was line. So what you should do? LA, LB, if it is greater than 0, it is same side. It is less than 0, what it is? Opposite side. So here if it is the points A, point B, if you are having, You have to not LA you will not find out here. Pi A into pi B. If it is greater than 0, if it is same side. If it is opposite side, other side, that is A and B, what will happen? Pi A into pi B is less than 0. It is in either side of the plane, that is opposite sides of the plane. What you will do, pi A pi B means same like LLB, you will put the values of A and B in that equation. Points A, point B, you will substitute in the equation of what? AX plus BY plus CZ plus D. Clear? Understood? Normal form of a plane not required. Perpendicular distance it is done. Intercept form done. This is important. See, area of a triangle formed by the plane. Area of a triangle formed by the plane. Okay, this is of what? Intercept form. This is intercept form. This is intercept form. Okay, intercept form means what? See here. Let us come back to this. Okay. So intercept, what is this? D by C. Y intercept minus D by B. Z intercept. Okay, this you will do it anyway. It's not a problem. Area of a triangle, intercept form, area of a triangle formed by the plane with x axis and y axis is what? Half into AB. Y x intercept is what? A, y intercept is what? B. So half into AB. X axis and y axis is what? Half into AB. If it is y axis and z axis, what is there? Half into BC, because y intercept is B, z intercept is what? C. So half into BC. This is what? Z axis and x axis is what? CA. What is not there? Y is not there. Half into this one. Please make a note of it. This is important. Direct question will come. Write this down. Understood? Write this down. Done? Write down. Now, if it is with x axis, y axis, it is fine. But if it is all the three axes, okay, it is making intercept with all the three axes, and that time what is the area of the triangle on that plane? That time it will become what? This is what? Half into AB is there, half into BC is there, half into CA is there. That time it will become half into, what is the square root will come? What is that? You will have AB square plus BC square plus CA square. That's all. Okay. Intercept form is given, plane is given, and the triangle is there. Area of the triangle in that plane, it is what? Half into square root of AB square, BC square, CA square. Correct? Understood? See here, that is what is given. Half into square root of AB square, BC square plus CA square. That is, it is not making just with x axis or y axis. It is making with all the three axes. That time you should include what? All the three. AB, BC, CA. AB square, BC square, CA square. You have to remember this. Okay, you have to remember this. Clear? Understood? Now, in lines we studied something called angular bisectors. Correct na? Angular bisector 1, angular bisector 2. I wrote what? L1 by square root of something is equal to plus or minus L2 by square root of something. L1 by square root of something is equal to plus L2 by square root of something. L1 by square root of something is equal to minus square root of minus L1 by L2 by square root of something. That is, we made what? AX1 plus BY1 plus C plus C1, AX2 plus BY2 plus, sorry, B2Y plus C2, we made it such a way that C1 should be greater than 0, C2 should be greater than 0, we made it. After that, what did you do? A1 plus A2, A1 A2 plus B1 B2, if it is greater than 0, then obtuse is positive, acute is negative, I told you. Okay, and if A1 A2 plus B1 B2 is less than 0, then obtuse is negative, acute is positive, I told you, angular bisectors, because they will ask obtuse angular bisector, acute angular bisector. That time you should take plus or minus, you don't know. For that we will use this. Here only change is D is coming. what is happening? D is coming instead of C. So we should make what? D1 greater than 0, D2 greater than 0. And also what you should do? There you should do one what? Do what? A1, A2, B1, B2. Here you should do what? Even C1, C2. A1 plus A2, B1 plus B2 plus C1 plus C2 should be greater than 0. That time what will happen? Obtuse is positive, acute is negative. If it is less than 0, obtuse is negative and acute is positive. That's all. Okay, that is what is given here. So see here, if the above two planes are parallel, this is what we will have. If the above two planes are perpendicular, this is what we will have. That is what I told you already. When it comes to angle, cos theta, I told you. This you know, already we have made a note of it. What is in straight lines? Planes also. There itself I told you. Don't write it down again. Already I told you this thing. Correct na? Already I told you this thing. Next thing. So see here, equation of bisecting, angular bisectors. So this is what? L1 by square root, L2 by square root plus or minus. So here what I told you? D1 make it greater than 0, D2 make it greater than 0. Then you find out what? A1 A2 plus B1 B2 plus C1 should be greater than 0. A1 A2 plus B1 B2 plus C1 C2 should be less than 0. If it is greater than 0, obtuse is positive. Greater than obtuse is positive. First write obtuse. Obtuse is positive. Acute is negative. Same like that. If it is less than 0, obtuse is negative. Acute is positive. That means what? We should make it equal to this one positive. Then it will become obtuse. If you make it equal to minus, that will become, what is it? It will become acute angle bisector. Depending on what? Depending on what? This one greater than 0. First you should find out what? First you should make D1 D2 greater than 0. Then what you will do? A1 A2 plus B1 B2 plus C1 C2 you will find out. If it is positive, obtuse positive, acute negative negative, obtuse negative, acute positive. That's all. Clear? Same thing we have done in straight lines. See, straight lines 2D and 3D, it requires lot of revision. You have to revise more. Then you will conceptualize better. Okay? Then you will conceptualize better and you will apply it. And you will apply it. And also when it comes to geometry, what is that? 3D, 2D, straight lines and all. Most of the times what you can do, you can go by the options. You can substitute the options and get the answer. Okay, and also while solving the question, please remember, not just for 3D, any questions, be it physics, chemistry and also mathematics, while solving the question, always keep the options in mind. Always keep the 4 options in mind while solving. Okay, because it is not necessary that you have to solve the question fully to get the answer. Halfway itself you may get the answer. So if you keep the options in mind. So as per the options you have to solve, not just solve to get the answer, as per the options, because you have to modify the answer as per the options. So while solving, what the concept and what the option, all the 4 options should be in your mind. Okay, should be in your mind. I am not asking you to by heart there, I am telling keep that in your mind while solving, whether I am reaching towards the option or not. Suppose they have given numerical value but you are getting an equation, that means something is wrong. Okay, all these things keep in mind. Okay, next thing, family of planes. I told you family of plane means plane 1 plane 2 can be written as what? Plane 1 plus lambda plane 2 is equal to 0. Same like circles, s1 plus lambda s2 is equal to 0. Same way you can write it as what? Pi 1 plus lambda pi 2 is equal to 0. Okay, same thing. Now let us go to PYQs. So see here, angle between the planes are, this one is given. Angle between the planes, how you will find out? Cos theta. Correct na? Cos theta you have to find out. So cos theta is equal to, what is this? We have to find out what? Or that this is given, 5, 7 is given. Let me check the question once. Why 7 is coming like that? Okay. So look at this. This is a question from what? AP 2024. So they are asking the angle between them. Angle between them, we know that the formula is what? Cos theta is equal to dot product A dot B by mod A mod B. Okay, these are which form? A1x plus B1 plus C1 is equal to what? This is equal to D. Correct na? So we don't have to care about D. So what we will do here, cos theta is equal to, this is what? 12 into 5 is what? 60 plus 4 into 3 is what? 12. Then what is this? Minus 3 into 4 is what? Minus 12 divided by square root of A square plus B square plus A1 square plus B1 square plus C1 square plus, not plus, into square root of A2 square plus B2 square plus C2 square, you do it. So this will become what? 12 square 144 plus 16 plus 9. This is what? 25 plus 9 plus 16, right? So this will cancel. We'll have cos theta is equal to, this is what? Cos theta is equal to, cos theta is equal to, we'll have what? Cos theta is equal to 60 by what is this? 160, 169, that is 13. Okay, this is what? 34, 40, 50. 50 means square root of 50 means 2 root, or I can write it as what? 5 root 2. 5 root 2. Okay, we'll have 5 root 2. Correct now? This will be 5 ones are, what is this? 5 12s are. 5 12s are. So cos theta, I can write it as what? 12 I can write it as what? 12 I can write it as what? 12 is there. I can write it as what? 6 2s are. 6 2s are. 6 2 can be written as what? Root 2 divided by 13. Root 2 will cancel here. So this will become what? Theta is equal to cos inverse of 6 root 2 by 13. Which option? Second option. Simple. That's it. Understood? So basic questions they are asking. Direct questions. That's why formulas in 3D is very important. Direct formula based question they are asking. Does it have any significance? 5 and 7? No. We are only concerned about ABC. Okay, we are only concerned about ABC here. Understood? Any doubt? First option no? Ida? ఎలా వస్తుంది ఇక్కడ 12 by root 2 ఉంది కదా, root 2 లేకపోతే what you are telling is fine. Understood this one? See again based on angle they are giving. So all of you observe, this is a question from 2024 TS Telangana EAPCET. Okay, so 302, 02K are the direction ratios of two lines. They are telling direction ratios, and theta is the angle between them. If mod cos theta is equal to 6 by 13, then K is equal to what? Cos theta, what you will do? The dot product that I can do. 3 into 0 is what? 0, plus 2 into 0 is what? 0, 2 into K is what? 2K. I can write it as what? 2K by mod cos theta. Correct now? Mod cos theta is equal to what is this? 2K by square root of a square plus b square plus c square, that is a1 square plus b1 square plus c2 square, square root of a2 square plus b2 square plus c2 square. This will be what? This will be square root of 13. This will be square root of what is this? 4. 4 plus k square. This will be 4 plus k square. Correct? 4 plus k square. So cos theta is given. It is given to be how much? 6 by 13. Let us write it as 6 by 13 modulus. Okay. This will be 2k by what is this? Root 13. Correct na? Root 13 into square root of 4 plus k square. Okay, 4 plus k square. So let us multiply this. What will have? 6 into root 13 by what is this? 13 into what is this? 4. 4 plus k square within the square root. That will be equal to 13 2s, or I will keep it like as it is, 2k. So this will become what? Root 13. I can cancel this. Root 13 will become, 13 can be written as what? Root 13 into root 13, root 13 I will get it. So 2 1s are, 2 3s are, I will have what? 3 into square root of 4 plus k square will be equal to what? Root 13k. So square on both sides. So square on both sides, what I will have? If I square on both sides, I will have 9 into 4 plus k square will be equal to 13k square. Okay, so 36 plus 9k square is equal to 13k square. Okay, so what I will be having? 4k square is equal to 36. 4k square is equal to 36. K square is equal to what? 9. K is equal to plus or minus 3, which is second option. That's it. Very simple. Kadam. Got it? K is equal to what? Plus or minus 3. Understood how to do it? Modulus is same, but that doesn't matter because plus or minus they have only given in the answer. Understood? Just based on what? Just based on basic formula. Just based on basic formula. Clear? Understood this one? You should be able to do these questions. Okay, next one. The shortest distance between the skew lines. The shortest distance between the skew lines. Okay, they are given like this: R is equal to A plus TB, R is equal to C plus SD. They are given like this. So here direction ratios are what? See, observe here. I told you delta of this. See here, shortest distance. SD is equal to delta of this divided by square root of something I told you. Here, first row what should come? This minus this. First row what should come? This minus this or this minus this. Anything is fine. This minus this is what? This minus this is what? 4. Okay, this will be 4. Okay. Here what is there? J is there. Here J is there or not? No. Minus 1. Plus? Minus 1. No? See, I minus this I am doing. This minus this. So minus 1. This is what? Minus 1. Okay, minus 1. Okay, 0 minus 1. See, For first row, this minus this you do. If they give vector form, this minus this you do for first row. Second row is what? This direction ratios. That is what? 1, 0, 2. 1, 0, 2. Good. So third row is what? 1, minus 1, minus 1. Got it? 1, minus 1, minus 1. So first find the delta of this. So this will become what? 4 into what is this? 0 into minus 1, 0. This is what? 2. Plus 2. Minus into minus, this will be plus 1. Into what is this? 1 into 1, minus 1. Minus 2, this is what? Minus 3. Next, minus 1, what is this? Minus 1, that's it. Correct now? I can write it as what? Plus 1? Plus 1, or let us wait, I cannot write it like that. So minus 1 into what is this? Minus 1 into minus 1. This is what I have. So within the square root, what I should write? 2 square plus 3 square plus minus 1 square, that is 1 square. Okay, so this will become what? 4 2s are 8 minus 3 plus 1 divided by 9 plus 13, this is what? Root 14, right? Root 14, I will get root 14. So 8 minus 3 is what? 5, 5 plus 1, 6. 6 by root 14. Which option? 6 by root 14 is there, or I can write this as what? Root 14 can be written as what? Root 2 into root 7. 6 can be written as what? 6 into 3 into 2, or I can write it as 3 into root 2 into root 2. So this will become what? Root 2 cancels. I will have what? 3 root 2 by root 7, which is first option. Clear? That's it. Very simple. Okay, first option. So this is the method I told you to follow procedure. Instead of by hearting the formula, if you follow this procedure, easily you can get the answer, that is distance between the skewed lines. And I told you what is the skewed lines also. Clear? Okay. Understanding everyone? This urgency, this fastness you should develop. Then you can solve more questions. Okay, you are lazily, you are solving, just taking time, relaxing. Okay, you should be little fast, then you will do better. Okay, clear? Understood? Okay, next one. Read this question, all of you. Please go through this question. What is this form? See, May 2024 TS, they have asked this question. They are telling a plane passing through the point 1, 2, minus 3 is perpendicular to the planes x plus y minus z plus 4 is equal to 0 and 2x minus y plus z plus 1 is equal to 0. If the equation of the plane is ax plus by plus cz plus 1 is equal to 0, then a square plus b square plus c square is equal to what? So, the plane is passing through the point. Which is that point? It is passing through the point 1, 2, minus 3 and is perpendicular to the planes, is perpendicular to these planes, is perpendicular to these planes. Is perpendicular to these planes means that is what? You can write it as what? Cross product of this. You can find out the cross product of this. So we can find n is equal to what? This is the plane. This is representing the plane. Okay, this is representing the plane. This is what we are having. So this is what? Cross product of these two lines. Cross product of these two lines. Cross product of these two planes. So what I will do? I will write it as what? I j k. I j k. What I am having? 1 1 minus 1. This is what? 2 minus 1 1. Okay, 2 minus 1 1. So this will be what? I into what is this? 1 1 minus of minus 1, that is 0. I will get 0 plus j into what is this? Minus j. Okay, this should be minus j. Minus j into what is this? Minus 3. Correct na? Minus 1 minus, see this is minus 1, this is plus 3. Now it is plus 3. Now k into what is this? See, just wait. This is this is what minus g, this is 1, this is minus 2. So this is 1 plus 2, 1 plus 2 is what? Plus 3. So this is what? Plus k into what is this? Minus 1 minus 3. This is what I'll have. So 0i minus 3j minus 3k. This is what I'll have. I got by the value of n. So this is what? A, B, C. This is A, B, C. So the equation of the line will be what? This is of the form. I can write it as what? A into x minus x1. Okay, A into x minus x1. A is what here? 0. 0 into x minus x1 is what? X1 is 1. Plus B into, B is what? Minus 3 into y minus y1. Y minus y1 is what? Y minus y1 is what here? 2. Plus C is what? Minus 3 into what is this? Z minus z1, that is z plus 3 is equal to 0. So this is what we'll have. So this will be 0 into this is what I can write it as 0x minus 3y plus 6 minus 3z minus 9 is equal to 0. So 0x minus 3y minus 3z, okay, what is this? Minus 3 is equal to 0. Okay, minus 3 is equal to 0. So they are asking what? Coefficient of what is this? So I will take 3 common, or I can take minus 3 common. I will get what? If I take minus 3 common, I will get what? 0x plus y plus z plus 1 is equal to 0. So A will be 0, B will be 1 and C will be 1. So A square, 0 square, this is 0 only, plus 1 plus 1. So the answer is 2. Simple, very simple. Understood? This you have to know. Once they give perpendicular, find the cross product. Once you give perpendicular, if you don't understand the concept of the perpendicular, means find the cross product. Then you find the, this is of the form, first form. Okay, understood? Clear, no? Perpendicular, find the cross product. You got it, A, B, C. So this is which form? In your notes, if you see, this is which form? A into x minus x1, y into y minus y1, C into z minus z1. You have to bring it to that form, that's all. Okay, understood? Next question. Okay. If the plane divides the line joining the points in the ratio L is to M, then L plus M. So we have learnt, so this is 2024 AP. So there we have learnt what is that? So a line being divided by another line, that is in the ratio minus LA is to LB. Now plane divides the line in which ratio? Minus pi A is to pi B, that's all. So this is the line, it is divided by the plane in the ratio L is to M. That means what? This is pi A, this is pi B, okay, or we'll take it as what? This is not pi A, pi B. See, understand here. So this is 2024 AP, they are telling a plane is dividing the line joining the points P and Q in the ratio L is to M, we have to find L plus P. So if the line, this is PQ, okay, this is given by 2, 3, minus 1, and this is given by what? 1, 4, minus 2, right? So if they are divided by a plane, this is pi, this is denoted by pi, it is denoted divided by a plane, means it is divided in the ratio minus pi A is to pi B. First we have to find pi A and pi B. Pi A, how do you find out? Just put the value of, what is this? This is pi A, here P, A means P, here it is Q, correct now? Pi, minus pi P is to pi Q. So put the value of these points here in pi P, here, here. Okay, what is the pi value? X minus y plus z plus 4 is equal to 0, that is pi equation. So what is pi P? So please focus. Pi P is what? 2 minus 3 minus 1 plus 4. So that is what? 2 itself. Okay. So pi Q is what? Pi Q is what? Pi Q, if you put it 1 minus 4 minus 2 plus 4. This is cancel, we'll have what? Minus 1. So we'll have, what is that? We'll have pi P is to pi Q. This is minus pi P is to pi Q, that is L is to M. Okay. That is what? Minus 2 is to minus 1, that is nothing but what? 2 is to 1. So L plus M is what? 2 plus 1? 3. The answer is what? 3. Very simple. Second option, that is 3. Clear? Understood? Very simple questions are coming, which you should be able to do it. Clear? Okay. So this is 10th May 2024 TS Telangana. They have asked this question EAPCET. So the question looks difficult, but once you read it carefully, you will be able to understand. A plane pi 1, there is plane pi 1 passing through the point, this point is perpendicular to the vector this one, and another plane pi 2 passing through this point and is perpendicular to the vector another vector. If p1 and p2 are the perpendicular distances from the origin to the planes pi 1 and pi 2 respectively, then p1 minus p2. p1 minus p2 are what? P1 is perpendicular distance, p2 is perpendicular distance. So please observe here, pi 1 is passing through this point, is perpendicular to the vector this one. So this one and this one are what? Perpendicular. So what we have to do? Perpendicular means dot product. Dot product is what? Cross product we will find. Dot product is what? 0. Dot product will be 0, correct na? Because cos theta is, cos 90 is 0. So dot product will be 0. Find out the dot product of this. Dot product of this, if you find out, what you will get? Okay. So look, 2024 TS they have asked this question. A plane pi is passing through the point, this point is perpendicular to the vector. Another plane pi 2 is passing through this point and is perpendicular to the vector. First we have to get the equation of the plane. So what is this? First let us write pi 1. So this is passing through which point? 3 minus 7. 3 minus 7. What is this? 5. Okay, and is perpendicular to the vector. Okay, another plane pi 2 is passing through which point? That is 2 7 minus 8 and is perpendicular to another vector. So equation of this plane will be what? X minus 3, okay, will be equal to what is this? Y plus, okay, y minus 7. Otherwise what we can do is directly, just wait, I want to record this correctly. So just wait, have patience. So this is 2024 they have asked. Plane pi 1 is passing through the point and is perpendicular to the vector. Another plane pi 2 is passing through this point and is perpendicular to the vector. P1 and P2 are the perpendicular distances from the origin to the planes pi 1 and pi 2 respectively. Okay, so passing through this point and perpendicular to the vector means this plane equation and this one, if you do the dot product, it should come what? Equal to 0. And this one and this two, if you do the dot product, we should get equal to 0. Solve those two equations, you will get the values. Okay, so you have to find what? Then you have to find perpendicular distance from the origin. So two things you have to do. So first is what? Pi 1. Next is pi 2. Pi 1 is passing through which point? 3 minus 7, 5. Pi 2 is passing through 2, 7 and minus 8. Correct. So this is perpendicular to this vector I 2j minus 2k, correct na? So what we can do? The dot product will become equal to 0 because cos 90 is equal to 0. So the dot product will become what? What is it? X minus 3 into what is this? This is 1 plus this is what? 2 into y plus 7 plus dot product I am taking minus 2 into z minus 5. Z minus 5 is equal to 0. Now solve this. X minus 3 plus 2y plus 14 minus 2z plus 10 is equal to 0. So what is the equation we will get? X plus 2y minus 2z, okay, minus 2z, 10 plus 14 is 24, minus 3 is 21, plus 21 is equal to 0. This is the first equation we got it. Plus 21 is equal to 0. So this is the equation of the first plane, that is pi 1 we got it. Okay, pi 1 we got it here. This is the equation of the pi 1 first plane, we got it here. Now let us take the plane 2. So this will be what? This is 2, 7 minus 8. So dot product of this one and this vector. So dot product of this one and this vector, that is what? X minus 2 into what is this? 3. Next what is it? Y minus 7 into 2 plus z minus 8 into minus 8 is equal to plus 8. This is plus, this is 6. Z plus 8. Z plus 8, what is this? Plus 6 is equal to 0. Now solve this. 3x minus 6 plus 2y minus 14 plus 6z plus 48 will be equal to 0. So 3x plus 2y plus 6z. What about this? Minus 6 minus 14 minus 20. So plus 28 is equal to 0. Plus 28 is equal to 0. So this is, what is this? This is pi 2. Okay, this is, what is this? This is pi 2. We got, what is this? This is pi 2. We got this. So this is d2. This is d1. Okay, this is d2 and this is d1. From the origin is what? 0 comma 0. This is what? X y z is 0 comma 0. So perpendicular distance from here p1, perpendicular distance from here p2. So p1 is what? P1 will be equal to what? P1 will be equal to 21 by what is it? Square root of 1 plus 2 plus what is that? Square root of 1 plus 2 square plus 2 square. So that will be what? 21 by what is it? 4 plus 4, that is square root of 9. So 21 by 9, 21 by 3, that is 7. I got P1 is equal to 7. Similarly, if I find out P2 is equal to, similarly I will get 28 by square root of what is it? Why 28 directly? Because 0 0 will be there, x y z will become 0. So this will become what? 28 by what is this? Will have 3 square plus 2 square plus 6 square. So that will be 28 by 9 plus 13. So square root of 49. 28 by 7. 7 1s are 7 4s are. So P2 will be what? P2 will be 4. So we'll have what? P1 minus P2 is what? 7 minus 4, that is 3. So the answer is what? 3, third option C. Okay. So this is conceptual. Okay. And simple if you know the equation of planes, how to get it. Clear? Understood? This is how you get the answer. Okay. This will take 2 minutes, I understand, but you can solve it. Okay. But if you don't have time, leave it and go for some other option. Go for some other question. Clear? Understood how to do it? So plane, what is that? A plane is passing through a point. Get the equation of the plane. How? Dot product is 0 because it is perpendicular to this. Okay. They are not telling it is perpendicular to both. The plane is not perpendicular to the both. Per plane is passing through one point and it is perpendicular to another. They are not telling it is perpendicular to both. If telling it is perpendicular to both, then we can take it as what? Then we can take it cross product. Okay, it is passing through one point and perpendicular to another. That time you take the dot product, make it equal to 0. Okay, take the dot product and make it equal to 0. This question is important, mark it important. Clear? Understood everyone? Got it? Bhikshu Adar Sir garu bagunnara. Today match MI versus SRH. దానికి మనకి సంబంధం లేదు. Okay, focus on the class. So 2024 AP they have asked this question. If the line with the direction ratios 1 alpha beta is perpendicular to the line with the direction ratios minus 1 2 1 and parallel to the line with the direction ratios this one. If the line with the direction ratios 1 alpha beta, it is perpendicular to the line with the direction ratios minus 1 2 1 and parallel to the line with the direction ratios alpha 1 beta. So it is perpendicular to this. Perpendicular to this means what I can do? A1 by A1 A2 plus B1 B2 plus C1 C2 is what? 0. Parallel means what? A1 by A2 B1 by B2 is equal to C1 by C2. So let us use these two equations. Okay, use these two conditions. So that will become what? Minus 1 plus 2 alpha plus beta is equal to 0. So 2 alpha plus beta will be equal to what? 1. Now parallel conditions, that is what? 1 by alpha plus alpha by, not plus, it should be equals, is equal to alpha by 1 will be equal to what? Beta by beta, that is 1. Beta by beta, that is 1. So I will get what? Alpha square, or I will just get what? Alpha is equal to 1, directly I will get it. Alpha is equal to 1, directly I will get it. So beta will be equal to what? 1 minus 2 alpha, that is 1 minus 2. Beta will be equal to what? Minus 1. Beta will be equal to what? Minus 1. Then alpha comma beta they are telling. So that is nothing but equal to what? 1 comma minus 1, which is second option. Simple question. So perpendicular condition and parallel condition we are using. Perpendicular condition is what? A1 A2 plus B1 B2 plus C1 C2 is equal to 0. Parallel condition is what? A1 by A2, B1 by B2, C1 by C2, they are equals. Okay, proportional. Big fan of whom? Okay, alright, look at this question. If ABC are the intercepts made on the x and y z axes, okay, respectively by the plane, please have a look at this question. Go through this question once. That's okay, you read the question, try to understand. Intelligent fellow. What man, why you are showing him? Maintain some distance, you will sit that side. What is the way you have to do? See, plane, there is 3 points. 3 points means you should take one reference point, I told you. X, Y, Z, correct na? So see here, so this is 2024 TS, Telangana Devas. If ABC are the intercepts made on X, Y, Z axes respectively by the plane passing through the 3 points, then 3A plus 4B plus 7C is equal to what? So this, if suppose this is the plane, there are 3 points. 3 points given by this. Okay, let us take a reference point A, X, Y, Z. Okay, if it is given like this, we have to make like this. Okay, reference point we have to make like this. So if you have to find the intercept, so first we will find the det. That is what? X minus this one, X minus 1, Y minus 0 is Y itself, Z minus 2 is what? Z plus 2, Z minus of minus 2 is Z plus 2. Next, what is that we are having? This minus this, 3 minus 1 is 2. Minus 1 comma 0, minus 0 is minus 1. 2 minus of minus 2 is plus, that is 4. Next, this minus this is minus 1. Minus 3, what is this? Minus 3, minus 0 is minus 3. 4 minus of minus is what? Plus 6. Okay, plus 6. Correct. So plus 6 we will have. Now what you will do? You have to find out det of this. Find the det of this. So this will become what? X minus 1 into what is this? Minus 6, this is what? Plus 12. So this will become what? 6. Minus y into x2 minus x3. I am not getting what you are telling. See, so what you are telling, that is fine. Okay, what you can do here, this minus this and this minus this, that way also you can do. You will get the same answer. Okay, you will get the same answer. See here, let us do it again. Let me explain again to you. So don't talk in between. Talk in between is related to the question you can speak. Okay, don't stop me. Related to the question you speak. All of you to respond correctly. So 2024 TS they have asked this question. Okay, they are telling if ABC are the intercepts made on XYZ axes respectively by the plane passing through the points, these 3 points, please focus, then 3A plus 4B plus 7C is equal to what? So this is of which form? Intercept form they are asking, but we have to get the equation in intercept form. For that we have to make use of these points. So that means what? There is a plane and there are 3 points. Okay, let us take a reference point A, XY, Z. Okay, So we have to do what? We have to find that. So this will be what? X minus 1, y, z plus 2, and this will be what? 3 minus 1 is 2, this is minus 1, and this is what? 4. And what about this? This will be this minus this is what? Minus 1, minus 3, and 6. So let us find the delta of this. So delta of this, if you find out, this will become what? X minus 1 into this is what? Minus 6 into plus 12. Minus 6 plus 12 is what? Plus 6. Minus y into what is this? 2 6 are 12. 12 plus 4 16. We will have 16. Next, z plus 2 into what is this? Z plus 2 into 2 3 is a minus 6 plus 1. Minus 2 3 is a minus 6. This is what? Plus 1 minus 1. Okay. So minus 6 minus 1, that is what? Minus 6. This is what? Minus 7. So if you do this, 6x minus 6, 16y minus 7z minus 14 is equal to 0. On simplifying this, we will get what? 6x minus 16y minus 7z minus 20 is equal to 0. I can send it that side. 6x minus 16y minus 7z is equal to 20. Intercepts form they were told, that means equals to 1 it should come. So divide throughout by 20. If I divide throughout by 20, what I'll get? It will be 20, 20, 20. I'll get 1 here. So this will be what? 3 by 10. So I can write it as what? 3 by 10. I can write it as what? 10 by 3. This will be what? 4 by 5. I can write it as what? 5 by 4. This will be what? This is 7, right? I can write this as what? Minus z by 20 by 7 is equal to 1. Now they are asking what? 3a. 3 into a is what? 30 plus 4b. Plus 4b, right? Plus 4b means? Huh? Yeah. Just wait. So 10 into 3, that is 3 into a is what? 10. Okay. 3 will get cancelled. That will be 10. So 30 by 3 I wanted to write. Okay. 30 means 30 by 3. Okay. So 30 by 3 I wanted to write it. Anyways, fine. 4 into b is what? 5. Okay. Minus 5 is there. Okay. Minus 5 is there. So this will become what? 10 minus 5. Next is what? 7 into 20 by 7. Minus is there. So this will become what? Minus 20. So this will have it as what? Minus 25. Minus 25 plus 10. That will be what? Minus 15. The answer is third one. Clear? This is how you have to solve this question. This is how you got to solve this question. Clear? Everyone got it? Fine. Okay, clear? All of you understood? Fine then. We'll end it now. Thank you. Clear to everyone? Any doubt? Any doubt? So here in the planes, definitely you will get the questions. Easy questions. These are simple questions are there. Practice the same questions again. Some more questions are there. I'll give it to you. You have to solve. Okay? You will get same thing. You will get the same thing. Please write down this. Please write down this, solve this, try this. Write down this question, all of you. See, if you want this PYQs, I can send it to you. But when you are leaving, first or second or third, right? After that, you can solve. But before that, if you want, I can send those who all want. Okay. Navnita will? What happened? I understand that she is very. Okay, tell me Navnita what she said. చెప్పాను కదా థర్డ్ అని ఆ రోజు ఎవరికి మీకు ఎగ్జామ్ ఉంది ఎగ్జామ్ తర్వాత వెళ్ళండి ఐ విల్ టాక్ టు సార్ థర్డ్ వెళ్ళాలా ఫోర్త్ వెళ్ళాలా థర్డ్ క్లాస్ ఉంటుంది థర్డ్ తర్వాత వెళ్ళండి అంతే ఓకే ఎందుకు ఏమైంది? యూ వాంట్ టు గో అర్లీయా? Go and revise, that's it. Syllabus will complete, you go and revise. Yes, BPC people are also going now, your friends. Kada? Okay, return this one, everyone? Okay. So which option will go here? B option, correct na? So root 29 is common. 11 by 2 we will eliminate. 11 is 3 times. We will go with second option. Correct? Okay. Okay, fine, then we will end now.